Today we have a 60 overall Lamelo Ball build, and this video will not end until we get to 99 overall. But we won't just be using any ordinary 60 overall. We're going to be using the Lamelo Ball template build that 2K has already generated in the game. We're going to have some absolute lowlights, and we're going to have some highlights along the way, all the way until we make it to 99 overall. Here's a good move.
Oh my god. No.
Oh my gosh, is that gonna be our first ankle breaker? I have to make this. Oh, let's go. Dude, I don't think I can ever play with randoms again. This was like the worst experience of all time. I literally didn't even miss a shot. I went 8 for 8, 3 for 3 from 3 on a 60. Oh my gosh. Oh, from half court, basically? From the logo? Come on now. Game on the line. You already know what timing I'm on. Dude, he's actually set up perfect. There's no way. Come on. Let's go. Dude, look at this animation. This could be it. The shot to bring us to 99. Yes, sir. We did it. We are finally a 99 overall. Now, I know this probably caught a lot of you guys off guard, but I've been working on this for a while. You can see I created this build on September 10th. I know it said the last time I was on it was 11/20, but I finished this challenge on 11/12, so just over 2 months of playing, and it took just over 120 hours of gameplay. Because doing this, I decided to do no MyCareer. You can see I have not played a single game this season, and then of course you couldn't buy MVC. What is cool, however, when you make one of these NBA Template builds, you do begin with all of that player's animations. So when we started this challenge, we didn't have to worry about having no animations at all. We at least got to use all of Lamelo's signatures, dribbled moves, his layup package, his free throw, and his jump shot. You guys are going to see the road to how I did this in every single game that I played. And it's going to be cool being able to see the progression of this build, how it played at a 60 all the way up to a 99 overall. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. This took a long time to make, so make sure to go ahead and drop a like if you're new to the channel, subscribe. But with all that being said, the Lamelo Ball, no money spent, no MyCareer, all online gameplay. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, as we hop into day one, before we get into the park, I decided to do the race of the week. The race of the week, and at least week one, got you 2,500 VC, which is huge, especially if you're doing no money spend, you have no upgrades, you have to do this. I can upgrade my three-point shot. In the beginning of the games, I'm gonna have to sit corner because there's very little I can do. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this took me so long. I don't know why, it's pretty embarrassing, but it took me at least 11 or 12 tries. We finally finished it, got our 2,500 VC, which is huge, and we got to upgrade our three-point shot to a 62, which is going to be good enough to hit kind of consistently, to be honest with you. So we start our first park game. Like I said, not too much I can do. Can only sit corner. I get a wide open look, end up missing it. You know, I don't know. I try to even force my way into the paint, and I missed that too, but I did notice that that green window was kind of big. You see Weebs hit a pretty big three right there. We're pretty close game. Getting abused on defense. Again, like I said, there's very little I can do.
That's the dignify, let him shoot.
In a close game, 15-17. They let me shoot. Bang! We hit a huge shot.
60 overall, out the corner.
Out the corner, hitting big threes. That's pretty much all we did in game one. But like I said, for the first park game on a 60, even winning that and taking somebody off their court, that's kind of impressive. So as we hop into game two, they see I'm a 60 overall. They're just going to leave me wide open, but they can't do that every single time. You know what? We're kind of getting used to this. Get hit on the pop, go right in there, hit him with a little float piece using all Lamelo's animations.
Is that actually the build? All these people complain about no money spent, but here you are, greening everything.
Just greening threes, greening layups. It doesn't matter what it is. When you're on an NBA player template, you do get all of their animations. You can see I'm kind of just trying to see what Lamelo's animations even are, but with no stamina, you know what? I do like 2 dribble moves when I get tired, so there's very little of doing that. You see I hit it with a little backdoor lob. You can tell by the score of these, they're not really that competitive, but you can see, look at me cook up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Again, using Lamelo Ball's animations, hit him with the floater. Pretty impressive for a 2-game win streak. Now, what I am going to try to do is show you guys all of the games day by day, and you can see the VC is not the greatest, but it's not too bad either. But again, like I mentioned beforehand, a lot of what I'm going to have to do is sit corner, cherry pick, kind of how like Lamelo did maybe in the high school days, just cherry picking down the court. But you see I'm getting standing layups, and this is when I noticed that the layups were extremely overpowered. Like I was greening pretty much every single layup, even like right here. Look at this, easy. Mon.
Yeah.
Put them on.
Bro, that's crazy, dog.
Game on the line.
Come on, when you needed him most. When you needed him most, he was able to hit. They leave me wide open for the game, and I was very surprised that we hit that. But we start hitting a lot more shots than I thought. I was greening a lot, you know, playing a little bit of the playmaker role there, hitting my guy in the corner. Some of these passes, though, you could definitely tell are Lamelo-esque. If you had no pass style, I wasn't going to see animations like this. But look at this putback. Oh, my gosh. It ended right there. A little 4-game win streak. Now, what we were trying to do, I don't think I mentioned this in the beginning, was just try to get these games over with so we could finish the elite affiliation stuff. You can see we make our first upgrade right there. My stamina was at a 95, so we definitely needed to upgrade that because I was getting tired way too easily. They leave me wide open. End up making that too. Lamelo Ball's jump shot wasn't the greatest, but we had to use it for a little while because we really couldn't upgrade any of our stuff for a while because, like I said, there's different requirements for jump shots and stuff like that. So it took a very long time. But this game was a little bit more competitive. You can see they're still trying to go at me a little bit on the defensive end. I try to hold my own. You know, we kind of do our best. We're up 20-17, and then with a little backdoor. Pretty competitive game. I didn't get to really do too much there. Again, like I said, just hitting my corner shots, hitting my floaters, my layups, just trying to rack up VC and finish these elite affiliation quests as quickly as possible. You can see we're starting to get a little bit of the dunks here, and I noticed that the finishing was super easy. So as I'm upgrading this build, I think what I'm going to do is just kind of wait to use like my upgrades on finishing towards maybe the end. I know I can unlock more badges, but you know, like I said, the finishing was super simple, so I don't know if I wanted to do that right away. But this game right here, you guys are about to witness, it's just me dominating. You know, this is actually pretty crazy. We don't miss a single shot. Now, you might notice, you know, I'm kind of still cherry picking a little bit, but we don't miss a shot on a 60 overall with barely any upgrades. I don't care if you're cherry picking every single time. Not missing a shot in a park game on a 60, it's pretty impressive. You can see I try to go back door, hit him with the layup. Again, you can see how small that meter is. I'm still able to green it pretty easily. We boxed out the center, throw it down the court, get another assist. So we're getting rebounds and assists as well. They leave me open a little bit. You know what? That's a kind of a contested shot, to be honest with you. Look at this move, though. Oh my gosh. That's a Lamelo Ball if I've ever seen it. That's a Lamelo Ball layup animation. Very clean. Left me open to the corner again. We make that. Look at this little handoff right here. Go back door. They thought I was going to go corner. Get a standing dunk, which kind of surprised me. You see, it's 18-9. They leave me open. I do a little spin shot right here. Do a little Lamelo Ball dribble animation. Hit him with a floater. Oh, dude. Just so pretty. They leave me open again for the Mon. 20-9. We green it. And ladies and gentlemen, we don't miss a single shot. We won 22-9, whatever it was, 6-game win streak. And you can see I go 8 for 8, 3 for 3 from 3 in the first part games. I just got done doing my joint affiliation quest where I had to score 100 points and win 10 games. And yes, I'm on a 60 overall still. I mean, day one of playing on the build, 14 games, we're 13-1, which is not bad. We played all the threes, 13-1 on a 60. We'll take that. All right, our first wheel spin on the elite wheel. Let's see what we get. I'm not thinking anything too crazy. A V shot. You can get shot meters on this? So going into day two, it was kind of same old, same old. We took a few days off in between because you guys got to remember, this is like the first week of 2K coming out. So of course, we had people grinding builds. I was grinding builds. I was grinding content, all that good stuff. But I decided if I wanted to do this, I had to get VC almost every single day. I couldn't take days off. I had to complete everything I needed to complete. So the first thing that we decided to do was go over to Brickley's gym and kind of knock out some of these workouts. You can see I'm even bricking all these. It's not the greatest look. I'm trying to combo up with some of these triple moves. It's not looking the greatest. We got a lot of work to put in, but this just reminds me, if you guys are new to the channel, you like the series, make sure you drop a like. We'll probably do longer series throughout the whole entire year, but you can see I'm just doing this little 3-on-3 drill right here. Nothing too crazy going on. I can't really score that well or really shoot that well to begin with, so this drill took a very long time, and I honestly didn't care if I lost. You can see I made a layup right there. I didn't care if I lost. I just kind of wanted to get this done to see if we could get some other quests unlocked. You can see we didn't really get any my points or really any badge progress there, so low-key I kind of thought it was a waste of time. You can see we got some new quests unlocked. Even doing that, it was just for takeover perks, and you get like 750 VC, which seems not to really be worth it. But what did seem worth it to me was to head over to the shooter's gym so we could try to get some hot spots. We needed them desperately. So I decided to get one on the top of the left key right there, and I wanted to get one in the corner. You know what? I thought about going both corners, but I didn't want to be sitting corner too long. That's another reason I kind of got on this. I was just trying to get, you know, enough attributes upgraded to where I could start, you know, actually dribbling a little bit, or maybe even just spotting up a little bit deeper. I didn't want to just be the corner guy anymore. And if I didn't want to be the corner guy anymore, I had to go to the gym. I had to start putting this work in. I couldn't just be a 60 overall trying to go and, you know, try to do everything offensively, because it just wasn't going to work. I was going to get the ball stolen pretty much every single time. You can see we got our 2 hot spots. We were able to go up a lot in our three-point rating right here. You can see we go to a 75 three-pointer. This is all the VC that we got from the other day, which is actually kind of a lot. And we went up a little bit with our speed, upgraded all that, and we were good to go. So it's kind of same old, same old. We're back in the park. You can see we're actually playing a GOAT here. The first possession, they go right after me, which it makes sense. If I saw a 60 overall, I'm going right after them as well. But they try to go match me in the paint. Hey, we gotta stop. I can't complain. You can see right here, we're playing some defense. They swing it to the corner, 46%. No way. Gotta hand up. 46! First shot of the game, 46 is insane. So 46% shot for the first shot of the game. Then we come back and hit a 33. You guys got to remember, this is the first week of 2K. The shooting was insane. Everybody was either missing, like myself right there, or they were making very contested or very deep shots. It was very weird. You can see defensively, we're kind of losing our touch right here. The game's getting a little bit out of control. They get a steal, throw my boy out of the way, and they go up 12-7. So this is a pretty close game. We come back, make a big 3, 14-10. We do notice that Ben Simmons over here, we should have noticed this from the get-go. Ben Simmons had one of these slowest jump shots of all time. We could have gone out there and easily contested that. I probably could have even been able to run out there, to be honest with you. We get a missed shot right there, but you can see me doing the little things. Getting the rebound, throwing it back inside. We get a 2. You can see I actually have 6 rebounds, which was kind of surprising. Even getting a little bit of the bump steal action going on right there, just kind of pushing the offense. We get another easy layup to tie the game. But unfortunately, this is where it kind of goes downhill. I don't know why we're down there in the paint. I think we just thought that guy couldn't shoot, but he could shoot. And of course, he hits the 3. They kick it out to me. I'm wide open, and I end up missing it. After my first upgrade, I'm starting to miss every shot. I was making more shots low-key on a 60, but you can see right here, we go 17-17, come back down the other end. They get a steal. Back-to-back steals, which is insane. You just got to remember, too, guys. If you guys remember the date of this, the steals are ridiculous. I don't know if they still are ridiculous, but they were insane the first week, and these guys definitely took advantage of it. So we actually got a chance to hop onto the random court here, which was very nice because I can kind of mess around because not the best people hopped on this court. You can see I'm kind of still messing around with the dribble moves a little bit, getting scoop layups off, which was pretty fun. Help me. Oh! Tell me, I didn't even get blocked on that. His airball. And yeah, it was fun until I just airballed the floater. But you can see we're just going up with dunks. This was just really easy. This is just another day of me getting used to the build, used to the animations, because these are going to be animations I have to rock for a while. Because obviously I'm going to want to have, like, you know, my attributes upgraded before I buy more, either, you know, dribble moves or spin shots, all that kind of stuff like that. So I got to make sure I can at least start knocking down the jumper a little bit. You know what? Now we're able to. I get a little bit confident. We get takeover. I'm trying to shoot from deep. We end up missing. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but this was just a really solid day overall. We go on a pretty good win streak here. I think we go like on a 5 or 6. So we win a lot of games, you know, shooting from the half court mark almost. You know, we're doing our thing out here, just winning a lot of games pretty easily. 3-game win streak. You know, we're just ending them very quick. We're ending them with style even. Doing little bounce lobs, 4-game win streak right there. Shooting a corner 3. We're up 23-4 at that point. 5-game win streak right here. So we're just dominating. It was a really nice day. A lot of VC until we lost, right? Until we lost. We hopped off. We upgraded our build with a 78 3-pointer, and that's going to be huge. So when I say no days off, I mean no days off. We're heading into the no squads rec. You know, we had to get right first before we hopped in there. We're already a 63 overall. So if we just look like a bum, you know we're not going to be touching the ball. Now this rec game was actually kind of insane. It started off pretty rocky. I'm not going to lie to you. My guy hits a contested shot for the first shot of the game. And I thought to myself, this is not going to be pretty. And then we got guys just handing the ball to each other in the paint. I mean, it's your stereotypical rec session. But I was actually kind of surprised. These guys let me be the point guard for the first couple possessions. And I don't know what that guy was doing, but he ended up shooting the shot and making it. So I guess I'll take my assist. And after I got an assist and I was willing to pass the ball, I think they knew I was going to pass the ball throughout the game. And my guy bricks the shot, shoots it late. It's tough being a point guard out here. Getting bad passes, dotting guys again. Nope. They miss. It's like, I can only do so much. I'm a 63 overall, but you can see here again, I'm trying to get used to these dribble moves still. Getting, in the rec center, people just want to spam screens. So you try to get into the paint and try to, get the defense to collapse a little bit. We finally get a shot. You know what? I gave you a bricks down, so I'm going to give you a cash down that time for making the shot. So I appreciate you. A little bounce pass dish off to my guy. See, we're being a good point guard. We already got 3 assists, and I've only taken maybe 1 shot. I don't even know if I've taken a shot, but look at this right here. Talk about floaters. That's just pretty, is what it is. Pretty floater right there. So you can see we got 2 points, 3 assists after the first quarter. So it's looking pretty good until, like I said before, the centers and power forwards on the team, they just want to kind of mash every single time. And I've kind of noticed that throughout the time I've been playing the rec center with randoms. It's just the center just wanting to mash and mash and mash and mash. It's pretty brutal. I'm not going to lie to you. So we're only down 2, not too bad. Again, they let me run the point, which I can't be too mad about it. I actually like that a lot. So they're trying to let me ISO a little bit, get a little bit of a screen action. Just an awful shot. I don't know what I was trying to do right there. A little bailout for another assist. So we got 2 points, 4 assists in our first rec game on a 63 overall, which is not bad at all. My guy gets bulldozered. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this was like the time of the year where like the paint was super sweet. Like I think they've, they kind of fixed it a little bit, but this is back when the paint was bittersweet. It was bad, very bad. You can see, look at this dot over there. But what is my guy's doing the stanky leg in the corner? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So it's like, I can't score that well. I'm getting my guys open. I run down the court so I can see if they let me run point guard. They don't even let me do that. And it's back to the mashing session. You can see we're down by 2. Get the ball again. I'm just trying to look open for guys that are, might be open for once. I go into the paint. Everybody collapses again. It's kind of a common theme. A lot of people have been doing that. They collapse in the paint. If they just stay out there, they would get an open shot. You can see me looking for the guy on the lob, which is really nice. 7 assists, looking like a true point guard out here, which is, I'll do that all day if we win the game. Because if you win the game in the rec center, you get like thousands of VC, and that's all I was really aiming for. Plus, I got a little bit, that's what I wanted to do. Just get VC, try to work on my dribble moves, try to work on badges, all that kind of stuff like that along the way. You can see a little cherry pick action. This is when I remembered. I was like, hey, wait a minute. I could just cherry pick. Nobody else on the team was cherry picking. If we get stops, I could just go down here and get free buckets, which is what I did to cut the lead back down to just 1. And then this guy was helpless, man. Mashing in the paint, and then he was getting matched back, and there was nothing that we could do. Like, there was literally nothing we could do. Nobody was double teaming him. It was a bad look. So with about less than 3 minutes left, we're down by 8. So I'm just like, if nobody on the team can shoot a 3, I'm gonna try to take one for myself. Look at me pulling up and hitting a big 3-pointer to cut it down to 5. We get sharp take. They mash again in the paint, which I guess works out. So they mash, they get another one to cut it down to 5. I kick at the guy in the corner. He hits a shot, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. We might have ourselves a game right here. This might be a close game, but with 1 minute left, we're down by like 6 or 7, whatever it is. They get a flagrant, which is huge. He misses the first shot, which kind of stinks. Makes the second shot to cut it down within 5, which is nice. We get another bucket to cut it down to 2 with less than a minute. 30 seconds left in the shot clock. We put up a horrible shot, which don't know what my team was thinking right there. And yeah, we go down by 4 with 18 seconds left. So it's looking like a GG. I was like, hey, let me just throw to the center. He mashes anyway to cut it within 2. And then my guy with sharp take bricks it, and he could have just held onto the ball. We got 8.9 seconds left. Watch this last play. Just an absolute masterclass from my part. Look at this off ball. Look who would have been wide open in the corner. They don't pass it to him. They finally get it to him, man. He bricks the shot. And we mash back up in the paint. Don't get a foul. We lose the game in a heartbreaker for my first rec game of the year. No, I thought the first game wasn't too bad. You know what? Let's try another one. Let's go hop into the rec and try another one. I really wish I did not, because this did not go too great. I was missing jump shots, which wasn't good. You guys know if you miss jump shots, they're probably not going to pass you the ball anymore. And I also was going against guys that were just kind of like sitting and mashing paint the whole entire time on offense and defense, which was kind of weird. And I didn't get to touch the ball. So we're fast forwarding through a lot of this. A lot of this game, I was just I just couldn't touch the ball. They wouldn't pass it to me. Even though whenever I did pass it, or whenever I did touch the ball, I was looking to pass. I was looking to pass, or I was going to shoot like these little easy floaters. I wasn't really forcing anything too crazy. Yeah, I'm missing some shots, but man, I'm taking the open one. So it's not like I'm just taking crazy stuff. But it took a while for me to even touch the ball. You can see we're almost at halftime. I have 2 points and 2 assists. So it's like, I don't get to really do much. So we're fast forwarding through a lot of this. The game is close. Even though I wish I could show you guys a lot of this, we were just playing bad. Overall, the team wasn't playing good. Defense was bad. And we were just giving these guys like super open looks. And again, like I said beforehand, people in the random rec just mash like crazy. So we get another easy little layup right there. So we have 7 points, and we take the lead in the second half. But yeah, that's I think it was our last side really with the lead. You can see wide open misses in the corner. I have to get back. This guy hits like the slowest Euro step of all time. And I guess since I don't have defense upgraded, I mean, I guess I'm not there. But again, I just don't get to touch the ball. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to go spot up in the corner. I'm going to try to be a good teammate. I have a wide open mid-range. I try to get to the corner for a 3. I don't even have mid-range upgraded, but take a look at the score, 45-42. And as we go through the rest of this gameplay, just remember that score. Look at the scores right now, 59-51. I hit the guy wide open in the corner. He ends up making that shot. We cut it to 5, but within, minutes, we get nothing going on. Like 71-60. It's just awful. Not a good time at all. So we end up hitting the park again, and like I said, as of right now, I'm just trying to get enough VC in order to be able to ISO and dribble. And you guys might be noticing I got a new jump shot. This is what we're rocking. This Pat Connaughton base, low-key, made pretty money, so I wanted to show some highlights off with that. But this game was the first one we picked up my boy AB. I don't have defense on my build, like perimeter-wise, and he doesn't either. He's mainly just a point guard and usually like a lockdown will guard, on ball. So this was already a kind of a struggle. You can see they're really just passing the ball around a lot, just kind of abusing us on offense. But again, like I said, we can kind of do our own thing on offense too. Look at this right here. I tell Weaves to cut. Hey, get yourself a little bit of a body. We have a 10-4 lead. Make that 13-4. So everything's looking good, right? You would think. But then we start letting up wide open threes. Bad communication on our part. Like I said, AB is used to just kind of guarding the corner. Right here, he gets a weird double jump contest. So my layup got pretty contested. And since I don't have the close shot, of course, that's going to be very, contested. Weaves is telling me to go out there and guard him. I should have. I just kind of stayed there because I'm used to being able to hold my own. When I'm playing on my own builds, I'm used to just holding my own. But on builds like this, I got to keep remembering I have to sit corner. But we still have an 18-12 lead, which should be good. I tell them just to no threes and we're good, but we still just keep giving up threes. A bad take right there. They go on transition. Just no threes and we're chilling, and we still couldn't get the job done. 18-17. Wide open 3. Actually, it was really contested. Maybe that's why he shot it. Maybe he thought it was wide open too, but they get another transition too. 19-18. We get stripped. They go the other way. For the first game back on today, we take an L. Which, not the greatest, but then we hop onto a new core. We're going on a little bit of a win streak. We had to brush off all the rust real quick. You can see again, wide open in that corner. I'm telling you, this jump shot, I was liking it. I'm glad I put it on. The Lamelo base just wasn't cutting it anymore, but I had to include that clip. That was a little relay or touch pass, whatever it was, that badge. And you can tell when I get that pass accuracy upgraded, that's going to be going crazy. But I just wanted to show you some of the VC I was making. Nothing insane here on the threes. And these games took a little bit longer. But you can see, look at me kind of comboing up here. Just getting used to these Lamelo animations. Nice little Euro. That's how broken the layup meter is, by the way, for people wondering. We end up winning that game. Didn't really do too much. My boy Weaves hit starter 1 that day, so that was pretty cool. Like I said, not getting a lot of VC, but we are winning games with kind of minimal effort. But again, top of the key, knocking it down. Just wanted to show you guys the jump shot a little bit since we did change it. We're in the corner. I thought I could have gamed it right there. That would have been real nice. We get another 3. Like I said, not really sweating it too much. Pretty easy game. So like I said, just easy win streaks. Just trying to get this, VC how we can. And like I was showing you guys, we're getting like nothing off this. So like VC wise, we're getting pretty much nothing. And that's why I kind of wanted to get my ball handle and all that up just so I can start to ISO, because those 2s games, which you guys will see here in a little bit, just go by super quickly. You can see letting up 3-point shots, not the greatest. I had a backdoor for the first clip. I told them they were just kind of leaving me open. I don't know why, because we got that shot now. So we ended up knocking that down, which unfortunately was kind of the highlight of the rest of this game. We just kept leaving wide open threes. I'm not too sure why, but we get a 3 to knock it down right there to take the lead again. This is a little bit of a back and forth offensive game. We got a 4-point lead, which is always nice to have a 2-possession lead and stuff like this. I go to the corner. We don't pop up in time. Kind of slept on defense. I guess. They go get another wide open three. I cut a back door, wasn't there. Throw it back out to AB. I set it like a little weird screen to see if he'll get stuck. He didn't know which way to go. AB knocks down a three. Again, a 2-possession game. They come back down. They scored. AB kicks it out to Weave. Since he doesn't have a mid-range, he couldn't shoot that. We tried to do a little bit of something here with the ball and the shot clock winding down. Hit a little bit of escape, a little crossover. Nothing really going down like that. Weaves with a great off-ball screen to get AB wide open. 5-point lead that gets cut off like that, but we did take the lead again right here. So just at this point, no threes, and we're looking good, right? No threes, and we're good. And yeah, they both have sharpshooting takeover. I don't know how he doesn't lose the ball right there, so they just got to communicate on this. They kind of do a weird wrap. I probably should have stayed over there, but since I don't have defense, I thought AB had a little bit better defense than I did. I was like, hey, just keep going. Just follow him around the whole entire time. We didn't need a drop right there. We show a little bit of a hesitation, and they get a 3-point shot off. We miss right here for the game. We're going to ace it right there. They go on transition, knock down the three. We lose again. So after that L, I decided I wanted to upgrade my ball handle because the end goal after this session is to be able to ISO. We can play some twos. That's the end goal. You can see again, I'm showing you guys some of the jump shot highlights. This is with a 78 3-pointer as of right now, so definitely use that jump shot. I think if you guys have that or you have the capabilities to be able to get it, you can see again, nice little layup, showing you guys some of the clips real quick. Just we only played like 2 or 3 more games here, and you can see I'm not getting a lot of VC. It's because my teammate grade's not going too high because I'm not doing the most. You know, I'm not the main ball handler. I'm not setting the screens. You know, I'm not doing the most out here, so it's not like I'm going to be able to get the most VC just playing park. So I decided, you know, let me just spot up. I'll do my due diligence. You know, I got to earn my stripes a little bit. We go on a 2-game win streak. I'm only getting 300 VC, and it's taken a very long time to get games. You can see I fast forward through here, and I wanted to keep playing this because it was, you know, pretty easy. We're on the random score, but we're not getting any games. So I decided, let's go ahead and make a team. Let's get some extra VC. Let's do 3v3 Pro-Am. So after that quick little session, we got to upgrade our ball handle to a 70, and then we headed out to the 3v3 Pro-Am streets. Now, I know the competition in 3v3 Pro-Am, if it's anything like the old 2Ks, it's not the greatest when you start out. So that's what I had in mind. And to be honest with you, the people that we played were not the greatest. I mean, they were letting me do stuff like this against them. So you kind of got a good understanding of what the competition was looking like. And you get better VC. So it wasn't the worst thing to do at the end of the day. You know, it's easy VC, not the most difficult games, very bare minimum of things I actually have to do. So you know what? I think I like the 3v3 Pro-Am. However, you guys will notice you do get more VC if you get the player of the game. So as of right now, at a 64 overall, there's a very low likelihood of me getting player of the game. So I think I might stick to the 2s, or maybe, yeah, probably just the 2s for a while until I get this build upgraded a little bit more. So you can see I kind of did my thing that game and still did not get player of the game, but we get a lot of VC. 609 VC is almost double from what you would get if you're playing the park. So, you know, I was just taking some L's. I was taking some dubs. It wasn't the worst, but like I said, this was definitely better than playing 3s in the park because I was getting more VC off L's. So that wasn't the worst. You can see, look at this little never give up on the play. Nice little tap pass out back to AB. Just kind of go on a streak, just chilling, just playing some 3v3 for the first time of the year. Pretty easy. Just can kind of do the same thing, honestly, that I was doing in the park right there. So you see, we're up 5-0. No defense being played on me. I'll shoot the mid-range jump shot with no mini upgrade. It's okay. It doesn't matter to me. Look at Weaves playing some defense. I even get to catch a little bit of the alley-oops. Like I said, it's pretty easy. At the early stages of this, I can't complain. I'm liking the 3v3 Pro-Am. If I ever play 3s again, I definitely will be coming here, and I will be getting player of the game, and I think that might be our best bet for VC. This and 2s is going to be a lot of the rest of this series. I think you're going to see a lot of 3v3 Pro-Am and a lot of 2s core just to get some easy VC like we're doing right here. We're just winning games pretty easily, and yeah, just easy VC at the end of the day.
We're playing Punch Made Dev.
And indeed, we actually were. I guess that's Punch Made Dev, which was kind of interesting. And yeah, not gonna lie to you, these boys weren't the greatest. So again, like I said, 3v3 Pro-Am might be the move. We're just doing whatever we want. It feels like we're playing park, but it's just easier. And it's back-to-back games. We don't have to wait, and that's the biggest thing. I just didn't want to wait on games anymore. You can see making that extra pass. But again, at the end of the day, after this session, I wanted to be able to just not have to sit corner anymore. That was the biggest thing. Sitting corner was not it anymore. And we're pretty deep into this series. Not super deep, but we're 65 overall almost. So, like, we have to get to the point to where we can dribble and actually ISO and get better teammate grades, because as of right now, I'm getting a decent teammate grade from playing this, but you know, I can get the A's and A pluses pretty easily on 2s if I'm the main ball handler. So we're taking dubs. Again, like I said, we're going to take ourselves a fair share of L's. It's not, you know, super easy if you play teams that know what they're doing. We're not going to win every game, but we won enough. At the end of this session, we got to go up to an 80 ball handle, and that's exactly what we needed. And to get that VC, this is all it took. 8 games. We got to go up to 65 overall, so it wasn't that bad. And after that, there was a way to where you could get 10,000 VC by doing a promo pack thing that was free in NBA 2K24. My team, I don't know, let me know down below in the comment section if you guys ended up doing this. You didn't have to put anything into the game. It was just a free little trendsetter reward exchange card type of thing. I did that, and I was kind of confused. I was like, there's no way you can just get 10,000 VC just from doing nothing. And you know, I was all over that, because that would be just enough, I think, to get like my ball handle up and all that kind of stuff like that. But sure enough, all I had to do was just, you know, hold square right here, exchange this, and you guys can see I got 10,000 VC. And doing that, I got to upgrade my build to a 68 overall, 80 ball handle, so we got all the dribble moves, and we're ready to go. Now, when I say no days off, I mean no days off. So when there's nobody online, the theater is a perfect spot to be. A lot of the times they have like the random 3v3 or 2v2s or whatever the case is. It took a while to kind of get a game here because, you know, a lot of people don't want to play with the 68 overall, which, you know, makes sense. But for the first game, we actually got a pretty good team. They were passing me the ball. I was passing them the ball. It was nice. They even let me run point guard at one point. But you can see right here, I go a quick little behind the back. Already have my icons open, you know, find my teammates real quickly. You can see we end up winning that game pretty easily. I didn't have like the most my points, or I had like a B+. So I was like, you know what? This probably isn't going to cut it. So let's go and hop into the 1v1 for our first 1v1 game of the year, which honestly, it probably wasn't the best idea. You can see I'm a 68 overall, so they're just going to leave me open. And ladies and gentlemen, we were not making anything. Like, I wasn't making anything, but this guy also wasn't making anything. But he was like an 89 overall, so you got to remember that. You can see I'm trying to spark up. I just can't hit. I'm hitting wide open shots, and I'm not making any of them, but we finally get ourselves on the board. We're down 7-3. I do a little step back after making one 3-point shot. He decides to jump at me, which was a pretty interesting tactic. You see we're doing a little forced layups real quick. We also still are using all of Lamelo Ball's animations as of right now. So I want to showcase these from how long we're going to be using them the best of my ability. You can see I have no perimeter defense there. So he's kind of, you know, able to hit that, or yeah, make that shot pretty consistently. And I actually make a crazy 3-point shot. But you can see here, he takes an 18-12 lead. And I honestly thought I was going to lose this game. And I was like, whatever, first 1v1 game, you know, I'm a 68 overall. I can't expect too much. But that 3-point shot gave me the confidence again. And like I said in the beginning, this guy was an 89, I think, overall. So his takeover, you know, he can get it pretty quickly. I don't really have any, you know, accelerator or anything like that. And I'm a low overall, so my takeover runs out really quickly, even if I do get it. But you can see right here, like I said, this guy was struggling. I know he was trying to game it, but, you know, we're staying in front of him, force him to shoot that shot. And, yeah, we're going to take our layup just to kind of get ourselves on the board a little bit. You can see right there, he takes a 2-point shot. And it's 20-17, but this is where it gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen. You can see I'm trying to cook up real quick. I have to get myself on the scoreboard. I can't have empty possessions. I take a tough layup, end up missing it, but I get my own rebound. But at this point, it doesn't even matter. I'm blinking red. The shot clock's still winding down. He rips it, which was going to be a common theme down the road. This guy was getting every single steal on me. He shoots a 3-pointer, bricks it. I'm getting lucky. This guy couldn't hit a shot to save his life at the tail end of this. You can see a little crossover right there. Hit a crazy contested, 21% contested layup. He misses another shot, so we're still, you know, only down by 2 points. You have to win by 2. Actually, we're only down by 1. So you see, I'm going to take my dunk right here to put us up a little bit, but he's going to take a layup again to put himself right back up. But I have the odds, so I was like, all I have to do is just keep scoring. But he gets the steal. But again, like I said, he wants to shoot that jumper, and he just couldn't make it. And again, he steals it. I'm cold. It's not looking too great. He's earlying every shot, but look at this spin move right here. A clutch spin move to put us back on the board again after not scoring forever. He misses another shot, but look at this. Half stamina. I airballed. Not a great look, but you can see again, we forced a shot clock violation. My defense was actually looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you at the tail end, but I'm cold. So he's going to give me this jump shot. I have like 20-something rebounds. Pull up. Bang, we hit the shot to win the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this was like a 15-minute 1v1 game. So obviously, that was not the move. I was like, we can't be doing this anymore. Let's go hop back into the 3v3. And it took forever to get a game here. So again, I don't know. I know the squads in the theater, no squads, they want you to just kind of be able to play with whoever and whatever pops up. But when you're a bronze tier and you're a 68 overall, nobody's going to want to play with you. So it's kind of tough. You can see how long we end up standing here. It took forever to get a game. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to show you the whole process of doing this. And this is sped up. So you can only imagine how long it took. So you can see we got so many guys coming in and out. We had one guy that was kind of thugging it out with me a little bit here, but he ends up leaving too. But again, like I said, guys, if you are new to the channel, this is a perfect time to remind you to go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to do long series like this throughout the year, and you can definitely be a part of it if you want to. So we finally got ourselves a team, and we're looking pretty decent. But when you hop into the no squads 3v3, if you just have any IQ, you can pretty much win every single game. You can see I'm trying to be a little bit like Lamelo, quick little bounce pass to my guy. I stand in the paint, I'm wide open. The center tries to stay down there, it doesn't matter. We're hitting all these tough contested layups. So look at me again, cook up with Lamelo's animations. We hit a tough left-handed layup. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of going crazy in this no squads 3v3. I might have to play this a little bit more often. They let me run point guard right here. Again, at this point, I'm still trying to use all of Lamelo's animations, just try to figure them out, because I know I'm gonna have to use them for a while. But look at this, stop on a dime floater from the free throw line. That is so tough. But we end up getting a steal as well, coast to coast with the dunk. We win this game pretty easily, get a little bit of the VC. And at this point, I thought I was going to play a lot of reg, so I decided to upgrade free throw. We'll see how that goes, but we're on our way. So now for the first time, we are the main ball handler, and we're out here on the twos. And so far, it's been going pretty smooth. You can see we hit a little floaters, which I'm not too sure how that was even green. But we're being the main ball handler, still trying to work out these animations, try to get used to the screens and all that. But the floaters this year, guys, if you don't have a build with layup, I know that when this goes up, they might have patched it. I don't know. But the layups so far are just amazing. And of course, we've got the Lamelo Ball pass style. So like the main thing I want to do is really just kind of dot my teammates. Like that's the biggest thing, especially with how Lamelo's template build is. He's got crazy passing. So like I want to get this build up a little bit. So I'm trying to get used to the animations and just getting used to screens, because normally in 2Ks I'm more of an ISO guy. So like I have to get used to the screens and finding my teammates and telling when people to cut and all that kind of stuff like that. But for the first twos game, we're kind of just doing our thing out here, making threes, whatever the case is, little wraparound bounce passes, it doesn't matter. We're kind of winning these games pretty convincingly. You can see my boy even shoots the lights out. I think that's because the Park After Dark or whatever Club 2K came on. But you can see we're getting a decent amount of my points. Still just testing out a lot of Lamelo's animations right here. You can see we have ourselves open for a three a little bit, but again, I just cross him up, take the layup instead, a little floater. Don't have to risk getting blocked like on a dunk or anything like that. But since we have no perimeter defense, you can see he's just shooting over me. But we're even shooting fading away three-point shots with ease. You guys saw my three-point rating, but with sharpshooting takeover, we kind of just do our thing. So I hopped off a little bit. I wanted to see if I could get my acceleration up, because I felt like I was moving kind of slow. And again, it's just same old, just out here dominating on the twos. Didn't really take too much effort, but you can see you get a pretty good amount of VC from this. So I was like, okay, you know what? The games are pretty quick. This might be smart, but watch this. This is going to be our first ankle breaker on the build. Sharpshooting takeover. For some reason, gives you ankle breakers, spin, get them off me, pause. Bang from the hash, we knock it down. The three-point shot, sharpshooting takeover, like I said, is extremely overpowered. So whenever I get down, I'm just looking to shoot the basketball, as everybody should once they get sharp take. Again, A+ is just getting me a ton of VC, which is nice, especially if these twos games go this quick. This might be a pretty good alternative to the 3v3 ProAm, because like I said, the VC just kind of racks up. You can see, again, fading away from three, just our bread and butter at this point, just easily dominating. So not a bad debut. We're on a 6-game win streak. We got people asking for the jump shot. Again, I think at this point I am using John Wall step back, and I think I switched to Jamal Murray behind the back just to kind of learn these combo moves. You can see I'm kind of just learning the left right that everybody was doing. Again, I'm only at 69 overall, so you got to cut me some slack. But we're just out here just dominating. Really easy games for the most part. Our first time on the twos, we're already on an 8-game win streak, making more threes to make that a 9-game win streak. Just out here racking up VC until we got our first competition to go on our 10-game win streak. You can see right here, 98 three-pointer, 95 ball handle. These guys are pretty good. So again, we turn the ball over and they're going to go and try to abuse me on the pick and roll, which honestly is probably the smartest thing you can do, because I really am lacking on the perimeter defensively, and I don't have pick dodge or anything like that yet. So you can see whenever I do get the switch, I am 6'7", which I can kind of usually hold my own, but since I don't have the badges right now, that's what's going to be the toughest part. But you can see they have a wide open shot, but ended up missing it. I thought my boy Weeds right back in the paint because they helped just a little bit too much. And as of right now, I'm just playing the facilitator role, which was kind of my role this game. I was kind of just using my passing to my advantage and how slow the center was. But you can see, I got to remember, this guy was 6'2". I'm missing shots again. So whenever I could get him into the paint, I thought I could just, you know, go ahead and score over him, even with my minimal finishing stats. You can see again right there, the screens are just obliterating me. There's not really much I can do. Again, like I said, I know this guy defensively is gonna be not that great, and the center is gonna be a little bit slow, so we kind of have to take advantage of that. You can see we're doing back doors, telling Weaves to go back out and cut. I'm hitting 49% contested layups. Like I said, this guy is 6'2", so I have to take that to my advantage. You can see we're playing pretty good defense for the most part. Like, I'm doing the best that I can, but he is just kind of missing some open shots. You can see the little bounce pass back out to Weaves. He hits me again for 3. We're taking a pretty good lead. Again, like I said, the guy's going to be slow, so we got to take advantage of that. We hit another big three-point shot right there. My takeover is already gone because I'm a low overall. I hit Weaves on the little slip pop. He goes back out to the three-point line. He's lacking defensively. He takes the rim run. We take the W for the 10-game win streak against some pretty good competition, and we decide to upgrade our build to a 70 overall in between games, and you already know what's coming next. These guys are going to spin, and so I know the back of my head, I have to play so much differently because they already saw how I played at the beginning, and that's not going to cut it again. You can see we're comboing up right here. This is what I was talking about. This guy's 6'2", so I have to attack the basket whenever I can. You can see we take a quick 6-0 lead. We're kind of just doing our thing for the most part. Do a little behind the back to the escape. Wide open corner shot. We knock that down for a 9-0 lead. Again, we're using that John Wall step back to our advantage. I don't know how I get blocked, and it's their ball, so it's not looking too promising now. We kind of force them to a bad shot at the end of the shot clock. They reach, so we do have another possession on our hands. I score a layup. Again, I'm going to combo up a little bit. You can see we're going to go one behind the back, wide open three-point shot for a 14-0 lead. And then this possession right here is where we basically lose. You can see they go on a 16-0 run just off screens. He gets sharpshooting takeover. It's so easy when you have Sponge this year to get sharp take. You just hit the roll and you get a ton of, you know, through your takeover for that. You can see I'm doing the best that I can, but it's just not going to be able to cut it. These screens are just crazy. He went for the reach. We miss it. We lose off the 10-game win streak, but it's all right. So I upgrade the three-point shot by 1 after losing that game, and then we turn around and lose another game. I'm just shooting abysmally right now. And so we hop on to this next one where we play double ISO 6'8" guys that are just doing the John Wall step back and reaching every single time they don't get the ball. So it's very tough. It's just a tough time on the twos right now. You can see they're just playing the whoever offense on me. I'm trying to switch with Weaves whenever they do try to ISO, but we have bad communication there. You see I'm getting like drop step in the paint. It's not the greatest look. And whenever we do get the ball, you know, it's tough scores because these guys are too locked down defenders. You can see right here, I just do a simple pump fake and I lose the ball, so it's tough, man. He misses another shot, so we get a few extra possessions. Actually, we missed the rebound. So you can see it's 13-2. We finally get a stop on these guys. I tell Weaves just do pick and pop because this guy's not leaving the paint. And after I saw that, they were just trolling, thought we had no chance of winning this game. You know what? We had to decide to take it up a notch. We needed to win this. You can see Weaves misses another couple shots right there. The ball doesn't go out of bounds, but we have good defense. So this is just already a crazy game. We see I go for the floater. I don't know, man. The layups seem broken to me. I don't know. But you can see again, I have the ball trying to ISO with these dribble moves, trying to figure it out. They were leaving Weaves wide open every play, which I will hit him. I'll go down losing a wide open shot. Like wide open threes, I will go down losing with that. Like I do not care. So you can see again, hand down, man down, bang. We knock down that shot to take it within 1. Now it's in striking distance. We're only a few possessions away from actually just winning this game. And these guys are trolling me, so we have to make sure we win it. We go a quick little behind the back. You see Weave sets me a screen. I'm doing my best to try to go to the left. A great big body right there. He doesn't step up in time. We knock down the shot. 17-19. They leave Weaves open yet again. They try to play high-low. It doesn't work out. We come back, beat those two guys, and then we go on a little bit of a win streak. We just can't lose, man. And some of these games, I'm not going to lie to you, just aren't the most entertaining, so I'm kind of skipping through a lot of these. Like, we just end them really quickly. You can see a nice little behind the back, pulling up from behind hash. Catch and shoot, no takeover, green, and so we're just winning games super simply. It's like taking no effort sometimes, and there's other times where these games are pretty crazy. You can see we went 21-2 right there, just basically doing nothing, just trolling, doing spin shots, 5-game win streaks, all that, and then nobody wants to play us anymore. So we just have to take this for the day. Where it was getting kind of late, so we decided to hop off, but we went on a pretty good win streak to end the day. Before we hop into this next day, I just wanted to update my record and show you guys I'm 47-9. Still haven't won a single rec game yet with randoms. You guys saw the 3v3 from earlier. And I also wanted to show you guys how I'm getting all this extra VC. You can see I'm doing the Chris Brickley drills. I'm making sure I'm doing my overdrive stuff. All these extra perks just from playing the street ball stuff. You guys can also see you get some pretty good my points and some pretty decent VC just from playing some pretty easy games. You can see I'm still completing all this sponge, doing all this stuff like that just to get this extra VC, the daily challenger, 700 VC from that. So I would definitely recommend doing that. It's pretty easy and you get a lot of VC from it, but you can see we're back into the twos. Now this is just gonna be kind of a little bit of a theme, just playing a lot of twos to upgrade my player in order to get the pass accuracy upgraded so I can start playing some threes and just kind of get my player upgraded in general, just so I can start playing ones and stuff like that. But you can see right here, hey, low key, I think that's kind of a body, but you can see we're also playing a couple 6'8" guys that are pretty good. I think they were both gold tier, I think, at this point, but you can see hitting little back doors, little standstill 3-point shots, just the kind of easy stuff like that. I was getting open a lot. They were leaving me open. You can see we get some 396 BC. We end up winning that game. We just keep winning games pretty easily at this point in the challenge. You can see we're still getting putbacks and stuff like that. So it's not like we're being challenged at all. 22-8, they leave me wide open. 23-3. That was the kind of the theme as of right now. I know it's going to get more difficult as the challenge goes along, as more people upgrade their players, but getting 439 VC from some pretty easy games, I cannot complain about at all. So you can see right here, we're getting A pluses, which is why we're getting so much VC. And that's also why I wanted to play the twos. I know when I have a popper, I'm pretty good at rim running. All right. So I know I can kind of just make everybody go into the paint. So if I can get assists, get the easy teammate grade, I'll get more VC. That's kind of my thought process. But surprisingly, this was a team that challenged us. I'm not going to lie to you, kind of caught me off guard, but you can see we're hitting tough layups, still hitting a little bit of the back doors. We go up 4-0. You know, I thought this was going to be another really simple, easy game. We're getting and ones. You know, I was like, all right, this will be simple. See, we're doing little lob passes and everything like that. 8-0 go in. That's what I'm talking about. They're just going to leave my boy wide open with a sharp takeover, which was pretty interesting. But then they started hitting the screens, and they also started making stuff like this, which just started to feel like a game where 2K just wanted us to lose. So I was like, all right, let me sit up a little bit. Let me see what we got going on. You can see they're starting to go into the pick and roll more often. And that's probably the best thing at this point you could do with this build, just because I don't have too much defense. Like, my perimeter is not upgraded or anything like that. You can see they try to set another screen. He misses a wide open three. I dot my guy back out on the 3-point line. He's got sharp takeover, so you know I'm looking for him at all times. You see they get the ball again. Weaves has to show a little bit on the screen, but then he hits a 29% contested layup. I get backdoored, and the game's really close. 17-15 against guys that I thought we could pretty much easily win against, but you can see again, we get a stop. That's really all we needed at this point until Weaves sent me a screen and pop. This guy was not guarding the pop pretty much all game long, so you know we had an easy 3-point shot right there, but we had to sweat a little bit. You know what? We're on the 4-game win streak. We had to sweat a little bit. But you guys know they're going to spin it. This time, we had to make sure we just ended it. We are not going to let them get the ball again and kind of do what they did last game. You can see I'm kind of comboing up a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. Hit him with the John Wall escape. Knock that shot down. You can see again, look at this corner shot. That's off the little hesitation, I think. I don't even know what move that is. Maybe the crossover, something crazy. I don't know. But we'll see again, we're on a 6-game win streak now. We're kind of just streaking until we played these guys, and this is another good game. We see a GOAT tier. They both shot really well. They were doing little mid-range cheesy fades, so you knew this was going to be a tough game. Again, the John Wall escape is definitely a move I would just recommend putting on any build. You can see a little blinders crab right there, kind of nice. You can see again the 17-13. This game took so long it had to change the time of the day. We hit another pop. Like I said, whenever I see sharp takeover, you know who I'm hitting. We end up winning that game. 7-game win streak again. You can see another close game right here. Like I said, I see sharp takeover. You know I'm looking to pass the ball again. Another close game. We're on an 8-game win streak. And then we go on a 9-game win streak winning that game 22-10. But for some reason, we just could not get to this 10-game win streak. I had another very poor game right here. You can see this on the top right. It's not a good game for me at all. They're using a lot of screens. And at this point, my build can't really do too much to guard it. Now, the only bad thing about losing a 2s game other than trying to find a court is usually you have to drop off somebody that's already on a win streak. And you guys can see right here, we're going up against a GOAT tier and another gold tier right here, but they serve no match for us. We end up dropping them off to get back onto the court. And then, of course, you guys already know we had to go back and streak. Just easy games at this point, man. Right now, I don't know if it's because it's the time of the year, but these 2s games have been flying by. I know it probably will get more difficult as more people get into the meta as we go along within the year. That's why I also kind of wanted to get this done before more people had like 99s out here in the park. But you can see we're also kind of comboing up, still using Lamelo's animations for the most part. Of course, we had like the John Wall escape and stuff like that. But you can see again, greening 3-point shots, winning games super easily. 4-game win streak. It was a 21-0 right there, or 22-0. I can't even remember. But you can see we're also getting a ton of VC. You can see right here, showing off a little bit the Lamelo Ball bounce pass. Come on, man. We're just going crazy. Look at this animation. It looks like a little bulldozer animation right there. Again, you can see we won 21-0. Sparking up 3-point shots, no takeover, easy wins. But then again, after you start winning a lot of these games and start going on streaks, you kind of notice yourself just standing on the court. These courts and parks get very dried out quickly, which is another reason why I kind of want to go back into the 3v3 Pro-Am, but I also need to get my pass accuracy upgraded, and we have to get VC, and as you guys can see, this is the easiest way to do it. Man, this 2s grind is no joke. So we're back at it again with another day on the 2s court. You guys can see I'm still trying to get used to the dribble moves. I think this is probably the best thing about the 2s, but look at this tough layup. 53% contested. Tell me layups aren't broken, but I think this is the best thing about the 2s. You can kind of warm up your jump shot. You can figure out your dribble moves and all that kind of stuff like that, which will eventually help me with, you know, playing the 3s. But you can see right here, that's like the first time I think I ever missed like a floater. I don't know. I feel like I've never missed floaters until that point. But you can see again, this game right here, guys, went down to the wire. You can see how they're playing screens and fades, which is my kryptonite, especially at this point. We're down 19-5 against these guys. Defensive and sharpshooting takeover. You can see I'm just sitting here spamming. I'm doing everything that I can. I'm shooting awfully. The only times we've scored are off weaved and I've assisted, but they go for the lob. We get the ball back, and it is time to make the comeback of the century. You can see again, I still haven't scored, but they're leaving weaves open, which is really surprising. I still don't understand why people do that with sharpshooting takeover. You see a little bit of a John Wall step back. We knocked that down 19-13. I thought Weebs was gonna pull that, but the great extra pass back to me in the corner cuts it within 3. Weebs hits a big 3-point shot right there. The game is tied. I've got sharpshooting takeover. Got to wiggle a little bit. Fade in the corner. Yes, let's go. Oh my gosh, come on, bro. And we're able to win it. Now, that should go without saying. Of course, they're going to end up spinning and do the exact same thing, but just even sweatier. So we're down 20-7. We just can't get the stop. Weaves goes for the reach, and yeah, we lost that game. And then I felt like we just couldn't pick up a win for a while. We're going up against like post scores. I was shooting awfully. It just wasn't the greatest look. Look at this right here. It gets bulldozered in the paint, which is just absolutely insane. So we catch it back up here. We switch to new courts. You can see I'm still trying to dribble up and combo a little bit of these new animations. Look at this, dude. This guy's trying to flop in the paint. Now we're back on a little bit of a steadier roll. And so I thought, dude, we just could not. For some reason, there was just games where I just couldn't shoot. Now, I know you guys can relate to that if you guys play 2K24 next gen. There's some games where you can't miss, and then there's other games where you miss everything. But as you guys can see, as we're winning these games, we're getting a ton of VC. Even when we lose, it's not too bad. But you guys can see I saved up a ton of VC, decided to upgrade my ball handle and my mid-range because I noticed I was getting left open a lot in the midi, but I just could not shoot it. So I wanted to show you guys some of these clips of me shooting the mid-range jumper after I just upgraded it to like a 63. You can see it opens up your game so much more, and you see we're still racking up VC. A little dribble combo here, just kind of sizing my guy up. It's kind of a deep fading too, and we're greening that as well. So this was definitely a good upgrade in my opinion. You can see we're still just streaking up now on the 2s. It's a little bit easier when you have a mid-range. You can see again, just still getting A+. That's really all I care about. If I can farm an A+, get a lot of VC, that's exactly what I need to just be grinding 2s. You can see right here, we go on a different 2-game win streak. But then, of course, just how it goes, the park just ends up drying out. So we have to end it for today. You know, we're doing the best we can. We're still streaking up, so I can't complain. Now, at this point in the series, I think you guys are going to realize that people are starting to get a lot better. People are starting to understand the meta. They understand what lineups work, what they have to do offensively. They're getting the dribble moves down. So you'll see a lot of guys isoing. You'll see a lot of double locks from here on out pretty much. And this guy, I'm not going to lie to you, was absolutely frying me. It's because I have no perimeter defense and like no speed upgraded quite yet. But you're going to see a lot of ISO lockdowns. You're going to see post scores. A lot more on the twos. The game's been out at this point for like maybe 3 weeks. So you're, like I said, you're going to see a lot of people starting to understand what the cheesy stuff is. But this game right here, I just wanted to show you guys, still just kind of upgrading the jump shot a little bit. The 79 3-pointer is still what we are rocking with, I believe right now. It's either 79 or 78. I think it's 79 at this point. But you can see we're still fading away 3-point shots with the 79. I know that sharpshooting takeover might try to show a little bit too much. Like I said, we're just kind of comboing and doing our thing, pulling up mid-range jump shots, little step backs. It doesn't really matter. The sharpshooting takeover is crazy, but you can see we're still trying to ISO up and get used to the ball handle animations. We end up going 6 for 6, 4 for 4, which is really weird how this game works. Like, you'll have a game where you just cannot miss, like you can shoot anything and make a shot, but then you'll have games where you can't make anything. And then, like I said, we're going up against another tall guy just kind of absolutely frying us right here. Not the greatest look. We lose a game. We decided to go to the rise core to see if we could do anything better. Match up against a guy like this that's using screens in the paint and fading. And again, like I said, the defense is starting to get a little bit exposed out here. Now, this game is where I just couldn't make a shot, it felt like. I just felt like I could not make anything, but we hit him with a nice little layup. You see, like I said, if I can't get my jump shot to work, I know for a fact that I got to attack the paint. We're hitting tough layups with no layup upgraded, which is kind of insane. Nope. And like I said, at this point, my jump shot just felt broke. I don't know what it was. So I had to attack the basket and slash everything. You can see they take the lead right there. I dex back to the corner, wide open 3-point shot. You know we're knocking that down. Actually, I probably shouldn't even say that. You know we're knocking that down, because at this point I felt like I couldn't make anything. Shooting 33% from 3. You can see we have a pretty healthy lead. We're up 17 to 11. A little combo move right here. I try to go into the screen with a little crossover, but hit him with a behind the back little layup to take the 19 to 11 lead. You thought we would have been able to win. You'd be wrong. I missed a wide open dribble pull up with sharpshooting takeover. And at that point, the game was just over. They're using screens again. I can't really do anything defensively. They just dunk it down and take the lead. So I said, you know what? If I keep missing 3-point shots, I need to upgrade this 3-pointer. So you can see right here, we end up losing another game. I shoot pretty well, but we just keep losing, which has been really frustrating. I don't know what it is. At this point, we took a lot more L's than I'm accustomed to, but you can see this game right here. Try to work on my fading shot without, you know, any sharpshooting takeover. This is with an 82 3-ball, so I just wanted to show you guys the first few games of this. 82 3-point shot was still the same jumper, the Pat Connaughton base, which is what we're going to be rocking with a little bit longer until we, you know, I think get on to the next day. But you can see fading everything. We're going 18 points, 100% from 3, knocking it down another fadeaway 3. I think we went, yeah, first game after upgrading, we went 7 for 7. A close game right here. We actually missed that. I thought we made the shot, but this was with playmaking takeover. Just to show you guys that it's been kind of weird. The jump shots and the shooting has been kind of weird, especially at this point. Play take, dotting, sharp take, top of the key. We're still missing, which is just nuts. But you can see this guy slightly late to shot too. Weaves hits me wide open 3-point shot. We finally knock it down to end that game, but it took forever. And now we start to go on a little bit of a streak. You can see 3-game win streak right here. We're going up against GOAT tiers, 2 GOAT tiers right here. 18 to 9. We knocked down the 3-point shot. So we're starting to do a little bit better. Still racking up our VC as we go. You can see this move right here was absolutely filthy. Break his ankles. Didn't want to ruin the clip. Step back, John Wall, bang. You know we're hitting that jump shot with ease. Another top of the key, knock that down to beat those guys as well for a 5-game win streak. And it's starting to look like that jump shot upgrade is exactly what we needed. You can see 4 for 4, shooting 60% from 3. You guys got to remember, every time I'm playing right now, unless I get it off the wheel, I'm using no boost. Like no shooting boost, no Gatorade, no nothing. Look at that ankle breaker. I'm just trying to farm ankle breakers at this point. Pick it up. You see Weaves cut into the paint. Hey, a little green dunk. Like I said, we're just messing around, going on streaks on whatever court we really hop on. 75 85% from 3, which is pretty nice. You can see we got that gold ankle breaker there. Still racking up the VC, back-to-back games of 395 VC. Like I said, we're just streaking, man. Getting the VC is going to be the most difficult part about this, I think. I think we'll be able to get 99 probably before we're able to max it out, which I think is probably pretty normal. You can see, again, 5-game win streak right there. Win another game, 6-game win streak. You can see a floater from the free throw line, which is absolutely insane. But you can see we find ourselves in a pretty close game right here, down 9-5 now after I make that shot. You can see they got sharpshooting takeover too, which is always scary because you never know. They could end the game pretty quickly with sharp take. They end up missing it. They hit me in the corner. You know, I'm splashing that down. Weaves with a crazy snatch block, and he didn't even have defensive takeover. You know how to finish that for him. But we end up coming back, winning that game. Another day, another streak. Now, before we head into today, I do have a new jump shot. You guys know my last upgrade was to my 3-pointer, so that's our new jump shot we will be rocking for a while since we have a maxed out 3-pointer. But today, ladies and gentlemen, this might have been one of the most difficult days of recording. We did win a lot of games, but we also did lose quite a few. We only really played double lockdowns and post-score lockdowns, which you guys will see here in a second. You can see how we're turning the ball over is absolutely insane. We're playing 2 guys that are pretty much just isoing, but again, like I said, you know what? I gotta show you guys the jump shot real quickly, but we are in a pretty close game for the first one right here. You can see a lot of John Wall escapes are going on right now, a lot of step back threes. We end up losing that game, and it doesn't really get any easier because if you guys remember, on this day is when Mike Wang put out a tweet that said they are buffing post hooks back to where they used to be slightly, but it did not seem like that at all. The way that these guys were hitting hook shots, it was ridiculous. And I honestly, to this day, I still think this is what kind of broke, for the most part, jump shots feel just really quick now, and I think that has something to do with it. But as you guys can see right here, after we lost that game, we run into another double lockdown lineup as I lose the ball right away when I do one dribble move in front of them. But this was a double lockdown go tier player, so you know we had to play up to our ability. You can see I caught him sleeping for half a second. I'm popping that mid-range. That's why I decided to upgrade that mid-range shot. You can see they're just spamming their life away. They're in those lanes doing the right stick steal method, bro. It was tough. And this was like all day long. It was just this all day long. It was 2 locks, swing or post lock. It was insane. But you can see we're still liking the jump shot right now, but as I said, as of right now, the jump shot was still good, but the game is so weird. Like, you guys know, you'll have one game where you shoot perfect, like I've said, and then you'll have another game where you miss everything. But luckily, this was a game where I could not miss. And then when I got sharpshooting takeover, you already knew what time it was. You can see right here, I break his ankles, but I have my icons open, and he was open in the paint. I just, you know, we sold the possession. I sold the possession anyway. But you see, they score once. We get a stop again, still knocking down my 3-point shot, shooting 60% against 2 lockdown defenders. You can see I tell Weeps to cut. He gets a great standing dunk, and we were able to win that game 21-6. Get our VC with an A+, so it was looking really good. But like I said, today was a lot of back and forth, not only from just winning and losing, but having good jump shot games as well. It just felt really weird today. Again, like I said, I think it was kind of because of this patch. You know, when they fix something, they usually mess up 5 other things. So in my head, I don't know if it's like a placebo, but I think they just messed up shooting after they did that patch. But you see there, we end up winning a game. It's 18-2 against these 2 guys, setting big bodies and screens. And yeah. After that, we ended up losing, so we were up 18-2. We lose that game, so like I said, it was a lot of back and forth of winning and all that, so we decided to head to the Rise courts, where we've played 2 3-and-D guys, and you know it's bad when you lose and comeback kid is your highest badge that's being upgraded that game. Again, just more people reaching non-stop as we head back to the Elite. We win this game 23-2, and you can see we're going up against another pretty good defensive lineup. A guy had a high perimeter, the other guy had a high steal and block and stuff like that. You can see they're just punching my stuff all over the court. But when we feel like we play good defense, we don't really get rewarded for it. So that's kind of the annoying part. And like I said, this is the part where I feel like I just could not make a jump shot at all. Like, I just couldn't make anything, and this game was totally on me while we lost. You can see Weaves gets a good poke loose, dives on it, misses it. They make the 3. I can only blame myself and my jump shot. Again, can't use any boost. We don't have any Gatorade. So at this point, I was like, you know what? We're going to upgrade our pass accuracy. I got to make sure I have dimer at least for my teammates to shoot. And you guys can see here, again, we're just playing post locks. once again, this guy is setting screens for the lockdown. He's hitting fadeaway threes. The other guy's hitting crazy contested post hooks. So there's not much we can do. And I did not see any of this before the patch. After the patch is when I saw a lot of this. You can see I'm really dumb and dribbled right into the lockdown. He hits a contested layup that's probably wide open. So we lose another game. We come back, we win a game. It's just all over the place. So we can never really settle down, which kind of stinks because when you lose games, you have to search forever to get a court. So it took a very long time to get a court. So we're kind of wasting time with VC and all that. But again, you can see here, floor spacing slasher, 3 and D threat for our next game. I'm kind of getting used to the dribble moves now. We did switch dribble moves a few times, so I think these are the moves that I've been using for a while now. I'll go ahead and show you guys that here in a little while, but you can see we're kind of cooking up right here. Do a little spin move, just kind of doing my thing early on, just being really fed up with not shooting. So not being able to shoot is really making me upset. So you know what? I had to get a couple lay-ins first. I had to see the ball go into the basket. We hit a 3-point shot. We hit a little bit of a back door. We ended up turning the ball over again, and this guy was just going crazy somehow. I don't know how, but this guy was doing everything from boxing me out, from warming me, from just blowing by me every single time. This is when the perimeter defense and having a very little speed kind of got me exposed. On the ISO where guys just wiggle around, you can see in this possession right here, he just runs straight to the basket. No clamp animation, anything like that. We're down 17-9, but luckily we get the ball back. The lights go out because I think the Park After Dark or the Club 2K is going on here in a little bit. But in the back of my head, I knew if we turned the ball over again, we probably were going to lose this game. He has sharpshooting takeover, and he was already wiggling like crazy. You can see Weebs misses the shot, but luckily I was able to box out their center somehow and get the rebound. And Weebs hits the biggest shot of the game with 1.1 seconds left. You can see I hit a little bit of a back door to give us a 2-point lead. And then we end up winning this game because, you know, when I see sharpshooting take over on the center, I'm looking to pass. If he gets open, he's going to shoot the shot. I don't care. If he gets open, I'm looking for him. You see, we end up winning that game. And at this point, I thought to myself, you know what? We're going to go on a little bit of a streak here. Park After Dark just started. Maybe some of the sweats won't be here, but that wasn't the case. You can see again, we're playing some guys setting screens, and that's, like I said a million times, is my kryptonite to this point. You can see a very nice floater went in. I know I have to get back to my bread and butter. I felt like I was kind of doing too much and just trying to shoot way too many threes, but my game is going to be more passing and mid-range and layups and stuff like that. That's got to be my game. And if I have an open three, take it, but don't force it. I feel like I was forcing way too many shots. You can see they're playing pretty good high-low defense. Weebs gets wide open for 3, but again, like I said, today was a weird day of shooting. I don't know what it was, but he was shooting late. We usually never miss this many shots, but today was the day we were missing everything. So you can see how toxic these guys were going to end up being. It's another game of just ISO and John Wall escaped the whole entire time. I get stuck on Weebs right there. He gets a layup. So it's a lot of forcing it to the paint, a lot of ISO and Magic Johnson wiggling with John Wall escape, which is probably the most annoying thing to guard in this game. But we get a steal. We throw it back out to Weebs. He makes the shot. So you can see we've got that silver dimer now, which I do think is going to help a lot. You can see I'm just getting obliterated by these screens, but there's really nothing I can do. Even if we fully switch that, there's no shot I'm going to be able to get a rebound over the center at this point or box them out or anything like that. You can see we hit another big 3. We get another stop. I do a really good job, I think, this year of being able to get open off the rebound on 2s like this. So you can see we get a big 3. I force a pretty good mid-range, I think, but end up missing that. And yeah, it wasn't the greatest look on our part right there. So you can see I hit a little bit of a John Wall escape. I run to the basket. Look how contested this layup is. I mean, I timed it, but 52% contested with literally no layup upgraded. You might say we deserve to lose that game. You can see a little pick and pop action ruins our win streak right there. We both shot pretty poorly, but you know what? We decided we had to spin because I thought we could have won that game. I had playmaking takeover, hit Weebs. We end up making that shot. So we got a little bit of our revenge right there as we win that game. But with Club 2K going on, we knew we were going to have very limited games. You can see right here, there's nobody on the spot. We end up making the corner 3. And yeah, we're on a 2-game win streak and the park already dried up, which makes sense. So we decided to go to the Rides courts to play some games, which I kind of wish at this point that we did not. You can see I got stuck right there. It's just double ISO lockdowns the whole entire time. But you can see we go on a little bit of a win streak. We make that 3-point shot to win that game pretty easily, get our VC from there. And then we win another game 23-0, wide open 3-point shot. And I thought to myself that'd probably be the best way to end today. We played a lot of 2s. 2s were getting kind of repetitive, but we had to go out on a W. Now, before we get started into the theater, it's finally one of those weeks where I can do the skateboard race of the week, which you guys know I did this in the very beginning of this challenge. Gives you a pretty decent amount of VC, so I would recommend 100% if you guys are doing like your lethal zones every Monday, or you're doing the Chris Brickley workouts, which also gives you VC, to go check up on here. So see if you could do this. The last couple times I couldn't, but we see right here we got 2,500 VC. The last couple times I couldn't, but now we finally can. You guys can see right here, now that I got some VC after those 2s games of doing that, I decided to upgrade my pass accuracy to an 80, which is going to be big. And before I hop into the 2s, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll try a 3s game. And you can see we got absolutely dismantled. Now, what I am doing now is playing the 2v2 and the 3v3 with randoms. I just did one 3v3 game, but now I'm strictly doing 2v2 randoms only, no squads, and it started off horribly. I think we lost maybe 3 or 4 in a row. Like, I cannot get me a solid teammate. You know, I'm a 75 overall, so a lot of people back out anyway. But finally, we got somebody that looks like they knew what they were doing. It was somebody that was a little bit taller. You can see we're going up against 2 guards. So what we decided to do is like, hey, I'll just give this guy the ball. I'll spot up. I know I can shoot, right? Yeah, I can shoot, right? Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong, but you see he gets the rebound. They're short, hit him with a little floater. I can't hit with like an 80-something 3 ball, but with a 60 layup, I guess I can hit. But you see again, I'm kind of letting him just kind of facilitate the offense at first. You know, I can spot up. You know, I'll spot up and shoot a couple 3-point shots. You know, I'll be able to hit after I see one go through. But you can see he also can shoot a little bit as I dot him again. I think I now have silver dimer. I might have had that before, but I think 80 pass accuracy unlocks silver dimer, so I got a little bit of a boost. These passes are definitely start to zip a little bit quicker, but we end up winning that game pretty easily, 21-0. You can see right here, quick games like that is just like the park. You get 20, you get, you know, 400 VC, 300. It's the high 300s if you win, but then again, we lost that game, so I don't know. Regardless, we are getting some VC pretty quickly, so I can't complain. But the thing is, with this 2v2 with randoms, I think they just match you up with whoever. You would think, you know, if you're a guard, maybe you'll get somebody a little bit taller than you, or maybe you'll get like a center or something. But you can see right here, we're 2 guards and we're going up against a 6'11" and a 7'1", which was pretty interesting. It started off like you would expect. They just kind of mashed us around a little bit, and yeah, now my guy, I did not know what he was doing. You know, I was wide open, but hey, if he's got the shot, he's got the shot. So we took turns ISOing a little bit, because if they have the size advantage, obviously we're gonna have like the speed and the lateral quickness. And you can see he shoots a contested shot, which at this point I was like, man, the more we turn this over, they're gonna score like maybe like 8 or 9 in a row. It's like we turn over twice, the game might be over. You see it now, they have the game plan of just going down to mash, and I have to help. And you know, my guy can shoot a little bit, so I probably can't help anymore. Now they're up by a decent margin. You see they try to do a little backdoor. They definitely had it, but they weren't expecting the lob. So we have another chance. You know, I had the ball. I'm gonna ISO. He's sending me screens, which I don't really like too much when it's like 2 bigs like that, because even if we do get like a switch, I mean, there's not gonna be too much more I can do than just ISOing. I don't know how that's open, but it's a wide open layup, I guess. You can see I'm cooking up a little bit. I just need a little bit of room, because these guys are gonna try to stop the, you know, the rim roll, which makes sense. They're gonna force me to shoot as well, which I probably would do the same. You can see a little John Wall escape, a little Magic Johnson. Just a little dunk too. I probably should have done a floater, but we end up dunking that. I dot him wide open in the corner, and he ends up breaking it, and we're tied at 12, which at this point I was like, yeah, we lost. You see, even the more they miss, they're just gonna get their own rebounds. But he gets a huge steal after missing, so he made up for it. He gets sharpshooting takeover. He spots up. I do a quick little Lamelo Ball layup package. Looked really nice. He knows I'm a passer. I'm a pass first point guard, especially on this build that doesn't have too much, you know, shooting. It doesn't have a lot of finishing quite yet. So I decided to just ISO right here, get a wide open 3-pointer off the John Wall escape. So we both have sharp take. He does his thing. You know, I'll spot up if I'm open. They have to help because I have sharpshooting takeover. Nobody's in the paint. We ended up beating 2 centers, which honestly was pretty impressive. I thought we were going to lose that game, to be honest. You can see again, now we're going up on a little bit of streak. We're switching teammates almost every single game because people just back out. I didn't want to get matched up, you know, with another 7-foot lineup, so I probably backed out of that one, so we didn't get matched up again. So you can see this guy, he was like a lockdown, which was pretty nice. We're going on a little bit of a win streak. I think we played maybe 2 or 3 games here. You see he dots me, but again, pass first point. I'm looking for him. Find him wide open in the paint. I love that touch passer. Now that I have it up a little bit, I can definitely tell how quick these passes go off. Definitely helps on the 2s, but you can see this guy's a lockdown, which I like a lot. I'll play with a 6'7" lockdown all day long. You can see he spots up. He's not open. He passes it right back. So this guy's a pretty good teammate. So he knows what he's doing, even though he's like pretty short or probably the same height as I am. We're luckily going up against guys that are our height as well, which usually does not happen. And here you see, I know he has sharpshooting takeover, so I'm gonna look for him. You know, I can set him a screen sometimes and slip it, or he can set me screens and slip like that, but he was looking for me, which is all you can ask for. You play with randoms, you guys have seen me play with randoms in the rec center. That's all you can ask for. Just have a little bit of IQ and we'll be good. But as you're watching this, you got to remember the date of this. The right stick steal is still in the game. So yeah, you can see that's how they got the ball back. But again, whenever they showed the ball, this guy had some steal on him. He was able to get the steal almost every single time. I'm a little selfish here, I'm not gonna lie to you. In a close game, I wanted to see if I could put the game in my hands. We end up fading a 3-point shot, end up hitting that. You can see again, he's letting me ISO. Fade again on top of the key, we end up knocking that down. And for the game, he's letting me ISO again. So again, like I said, I'm proving myself. I'm able to do this. We hit another big three, so 3 threes in a row in this build to win the game, which is always nice when you can do that and not lose quite a lot. You see, we get a pretty good amount of VC right there. It's like 400, like something like that again. Float piece, 19 to 20, hitting that, another 350 VC. We didn't have too many close games, but I was also able to kind of do a little bit of carrying. You can see right there, 434 VC. I score like all the points. We shared the load right there. And then again, sometimes I get carried. If I'm playing bad, you know what? My randoms will pick me up. Now we're back with another day of the No Squads 2v2, and you got a Jester up for the first game, so you can only imagine how it's gonna go. But it's actually pretty fun, at least doing this, because you kind of get to practice all your dribble moves and different animations that work out. So you can see I had that layup and I had a reverse layup, which are pretty broken, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you guys have like Acrobat on silver at least, I would definitely try to check it out. But the twos is a lot of fun for me just because I kind of know my jump shot at this point. So if I'm open at all, I'm just able to kind of just make everything. And this guy was a little bit taller than me, so I was able to actually get by him pretty easily, test all these layups until I got this animation I've never seen before in my life. I don't know why I got put out of a John Wall escape, but I guess for using John Wall escape, I guess I deserve that. But you can see this guy is just putting me to work. I'm a 75 overall with no defense, so like there's very little I can do. You can see he breaks my box out, tries to hit another jab step. A deep mid-range is probably the toughest shot to make in this game, so if he made that, hey, I was gonna live with him. You can see nice little snatch back, but watch this right here. Oh my goodness, a 100% smothered layup. And if you guys remember, my layup rating was incredibly low. I think it was like a 50 at this time. So that's, I mean, this goes to show you how broken the layups really are this year. But you can see now I've got that sharpshooting takeover. Got me feeling like that guy. I'm not gonna miss. A little snatch back. Probably could have shot that, but again, like I said, I'm trying to kind of mess with these dribble moves a little bit. This guy's trying to send me a screen. I can't really use it, so I just fade after dribbling forever. I'd have been so mad if I lost a game that way, but again, at the same time, I can't complain. Pretty easy way to get some VC. You can see we win some, we lose some. You know, I don't play the best. My teammates don't play the best. It's just whatever you can get in this No Squads 2v2, because like I said, you really can never know what to expect. But you see here, I mean, I've been kind of doing work. If you look in the top right, I'm shooting pretty efficiently, hitting tough contested floaters almost consistently as well. You can see right here, 19 to 19, low stamina, 75 overall. We're still knocking that down. So you can see, even at a 75 overall, you can do work. You just have to have that high IQ. As I go 5 for 17 right here, we still win. You know, I can still score. I was going up against an AI. My teammate wasn't the greatest, so you know, you get games like that. But I did want to showcase a little bit of the pass accuracy. This is what I'm trying to upgrade at this point, just so I can make that good pass. But you can see here, a 6'4" is on my team, and I'm a 6'7", going up against a 7'1" center. So I'm going to show you guys this full gameplay right here. A little bit of a competitive game, just going for the ISO. You can see I'm not really too used to the dribble moves yet. I'm really just being a bot and spamming right here. Dunk the balls down after doing Magic Johnson. You know what? That's not the greatest look, but you know, you got to get buckets how you can get buckets. My guy ends up jumping at me. Him being 7'1", he's definitely not going to be able to go back there and contest it. I have some hot spots. The 3-ball is upgraded, so you know I'm going to knock that down. But then for some reason, my teammate wanted to be Allen Iverson or Sham God. I don't know what's going on. Turns the ball over, and I knew this was going to be tough. Even though these guys didn't seem like they were the best, they have that height advantage. This guy's 7'1", so what was going to be tough if we turn the ball over. But luckily, we get the ball again. You know how to hit him with a signature floater. I don't dunk as often in this part of the video because I just don't have the driving dunk upgraded. You guys will see it eventually, but you see another little step back right there, just easy. But it felt like whenever this guy had the ball, something wrong ended up happening. I just wished he would give me the ball with sharpshooting takeover. My guy was kind of just leaving me open. So you can see I'm starting to get abused a little bit down here in the paint. I know that I had that game plan. This guy does have that playmaking takeover, so if they end up hitting him, him and then hitting back the guard, I mean, it's just going to be a green every single time. But luckily, we get extremely bailed out here. He steps back and goes out of bounds. I'm just telling this guy to just give me the ball, man. The center was just sitting in the paint. A lot of guys, even with sharpshooting takeover, were going to leave me open because I'm a 75 overall. They probably didn't think I was the best. Nice little behind the back in that corner. You already know we're greening that. But I had that sharp take, so I just wanted the ball whenever I could. And you can see this guy started to dribble a little bit, didn't like that. He ends up dotting me for the game. He jumps at me, it doesn't matter, we end up knocking that down. But you can see throughout this process there are games that we lost, but we did win a majority of them, which was pretty surprising. A lot of these guys, like I said, were just gonna leave me open. 75 overall, they just don't think you can shoot, especially when you have a name that doesn't really have like 3-point in it. But you see here, look, close game, cooking up a little bit, hitting him with a floater in the free throw line. I mean, that's pretty tough. So you could really do a lot with a build that's really just not fully upgraded, which I think is pretty sick about this. But you can see right here, step back 3-pointer, 42% contested. I mean, look, it doesn't get too much better than that. Just leaving me open. We're gonna knock that down, and now we are finally able to upgrade our build to a 77 overall. We finally got our build high enough up in the pass accuracy department to be the main ball handler on a 3v3 Pro-Am team. That was the ultimate goal. You guys can see right here, we've got the Charlotte Hornets court. We got all that kind of stuff like that. The pass accuracy is upgraded, and we're just out here dominating early. Our first game on this team, we win, so we're 1-0. We get player of the game, and this is why I decided to play a little bit of 3v3 Pro-Am. You get 916 VC for not even the greatest game, and you get player of the game. Like this game right here, we have 11 points, 4 assists. We just have an A teammate grade. You can see we end up leveling up, but we also get over 1,000 VC for just one 3v3 game, which is kind of crazy. And a lot of the games you can see like right here is 22-8 as we win. They aren't like the biggest struggle games. Like the games are pretty simple, and a lot of the times as the main ball handler, you will get player of the game. You can see I got over 1,000 VC, but this is going to be the first game that you guys see where I'm playing up against a team that's pretty decent. You can see there's a Hall of Fame tier player right there, a gold tier as well. But you got to remember, this part of the year is where the steals were just absolutely insane. Like I know they're still crazy, but this part, they were insane. Like if you showed the ball at all, it was getting stolen. And you got to remember, the shooting was really weird going into this. So a lot of my teammates were going to go for dunks. You can see a nice little baseball pass. I love Lamelo Ball's pass style when you don't get bad load-ups. Like he has some of the cooler animations in the game, in my opinion. But this is going to be a game where we really got to lock in, because I know these guys are going to want to go after me. I'm only a 77 overall, so I just got like a target on my back. But you can see we're trying to play our best swing defense right there. We end up playing pretty decent, but there's only so much that I can do on defense to where I'm almost a liability. And you can see right there, I end up turning the ball over, and I really can't do too much. Even if he passed it down, like I'm not going to be able to get that rebound. He just knew that was going to be a free board. I try to run to the off-ball guy, but then they pass it right back to him, and he ends up making the shot. But you can see right here, I was tired of getting the ball stolen, so I just hit up my boy and just say, hit me on the back door. Like we have to get buckets however we can get buckets, because it was becoming a struggle just losing the ball over and over and over again. You can see I hit him down there. He ends up taking a contested layup, but I just relocate to that corner, end up missing the first shot, which is awful. Like I already had 2 turnovers and a missed shot, but luckily I was able to make that one. I was actually very surprised, because usually 2K does not allow you to make shots like that. But you can see we actually played a little bit of defense down there, but with no defensive rebound, I mean, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get the rebound anyway. So you can see right here, hit him quick behind the back, little crossover, see him a defender in the paint, so I hit him with the floater. And it's just crazy to me as I think about this. Like my layup's not upgraded and my 3-pointer is, and it's so hard to hit a 3-point shot, but it's so simple to hit a layup with a 50 layup. I don't know, it makes no sense. But you see we get another assist. We end up getting sharpshooting takeover. It's 15-8, so we're a little bit more comfortable, but I just wanted the game to end. You can see that nice cross-court pass, not super fast. Before mid-80s pass accuracy, it definitely gets the job done. You can see Weebs gets a steal. Nice just pull-up 3-pointer and transition right there. So we end up winning that game. 21-8. Again, that's 4 times in a row I get player of the game, which is pretty crazy. Another 900 VC right there. We end up winning a lot of games in a row. You know, even the games where you don't get player of the game, you still get a decent amount of VC. You can see this team right here. We're 5-0. A lot of defense, tons of defense, enough defense where they're just getting steals and going up with shots they don't even mean to. So a lot of defense, not only on the perimeter, but also on the interior. So this is going to be probably one of our first challenges that we have in the 3v3 Pro-Am. But you can see steals on both ends are pretty overpowered. Weaves has a really good lockdown defender build, so he's going to be able to get a lot of steals. They force up a terrible shot. We get the rebound. I go out in transition. Look at this high IQ, knocking down a 3 to put us up 5-0. You can see we end up getting another steal. So like the steals, I'm telling you guys, at this point of the year were insane. I had a wide open layup, but we also had a wide open three. And like I mentioned before, the shooting was really difficult. Like not only are my spot ups missing, you guys will see down the road, I'm missing a ton of shots. Like it's crazy. Like you have to take layups and slips just because the shooting was so difficult. So you see, we get enough assists to where we get takeover. I mean, I'm still getting abused defensively. Like I can't really go down there and stop anything. You see, it's 9-6. We have takeover. I hit the slip again. So I'm just kind of like assist magnet at this point, which is nice because I knew that's what I had to do when the early stages of this, because I'm not going to be able to get every single shot I want off, and I'm not going to be able to get every single layup. So I knew I had to get the pass accuracy up. So at least some of those passes went through. So you can see we're up 11-6. They end up missing a three. Like I said, people are just missing everything, but this is where the touch passer comes in. Like look how clean that animation is. Like I catch it and right away the defense doesn't have enough time to react, and I'm able to, you know, just pass it there. But a little miscommunication gets up a three, which is never, you know, great. So you can see that nice pass right there. Like passes like that with the Lamelo Ball pass style, just really underrated. But whenever we miss the shot, and it worked both ways, they're gonna get a transition bucket. So we're only up 2 right now. Luckily, we get another stop. Nice little bounce pass instead of the regular chest pass. You can see they're flopping because they knew that pass was nice. If I made a regular pass, that was getting stolen. So really nice executed bounce pass right there. We have 6 assists, so we're looking like, you know, prime LaMelo right here. We end up leaving a guy wide open with sharp take in the corner. So that just goes to show you how broken that is. He gets the chase down block. I don't give up on the play. I relocate to the corner, get rewarded. Takeover pops up. We knock down the 3-point shot, which is big. We get another steal. So you know for sure I'm not getting player of the game right here. Weaves is just getting tons of steals, which is where at this point the game was. Steals were super overpowered. So you can see we got 6.7 assists, and I think we might, yeah, we actually hit a crazy mid-range shot right here for not having the craziest mid-range rating. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So like I said, Weaves gets player of the game. We get 700 VC, and again, we just keep streaking. Like another close game right here. You can see how deep we're shooting. Like no takeover, no boost, no Gatorade, nothing like that. Another 1,000 VC game. I mean, it's crazy. Now look at this play right here. I had to make sure I included this. Like that was wild. I've never seen a save actually work like that, and we executed it, made the shot. I get player of the game again, and like I said, the VC is just getting racked up. It's absolutely wild how much VC the 3v3 ProAm gets. But this is gonna be another game. I'm gonna show you guys some highlights. You can see the shooting on the build is now being upgraded, and look at that crazy full court pass after chasing down that rebound. Like I said, the passing on this build is probably the most fun part, and it's kind of funny because I know a lot of you guys like to troll me that I don't pass that much, but I love the builds that can pass. It's super underrated. You can see we're sparking threes, hitting crazy Euro layup animations. Just winning games like this with builds that are even like barely upgraded is kind of crazy. So you can see we're up 18-8. Dot, my boy Weave, stop the key. You already know that's green. He's knocking that down. Again, like I said, we're getting badges upgraded. We're getting VC along the way, until we lost our first game in a heartbreaker, 19-21, but you know, we had to bounce back. Like, I'm just gonna show you guys some of the results here just to show you that we are playing them. So the games that we win, still getting a decent amount of VC. You know, the games that we lose, we're not getting the best, but it's still better than a majority of the park games. And now we have enough VC after that session to upgrade our speed and our acceleration fully, and we are now a 78 overall. So after the upgrades, we decided to play a few more games, and you guys saw that correctly. I know we're getting badges, but I'm shooting 27%, which is just terrible. But you can see that time I shot 3 for 4 from 3. And then the very next game, I'm back to shooting 22% from 3. But you can see now we're in a close game. It's 19-19. I had play take. I thought I could throw a cross-court pass and he would be able to make it, but it just was too contested, so he wasn't able to make it. And I think if he went up with that layup initially, he probably would have been able to make it. So you can see we're trying to win this game on this possession, because I think if we turn it over again, or if we miss a shot, they're probably gonna get a transition bucket. So we have to win this. I try to backdoor, but the touch passer still pops up, and we get the corner 3 to drop. A huge shot right there. Of course, Weave's gonna be player of the game of that one, but touch passer is such a good badge. Only have it on silver, so I don't want to get that on Hall of Fame. It's gonna be crazy, but it got so bad that I had to start cherry picking 3-pointers. But now we're starting to win again, get player of the game again. We started to get that VC racked up, over 900 VC for winning that game. But this is gonna be our last one right here. You saw the stat line was pretty good, but we're getting a lot of my points and we're getting a lot of VC as we finally get closer to getting that 99 overall. So So after a long day yesterday, we didn't get really too much done today, but we still got something done. We spun the wheel, which was kind of nice because we got 1,000 VC, which rarely happens. And so I decided to go ahead and go with an 86 ball handle here. So I got the Kimball Walker escape, one of the better escapes in the game. Of course, got to do my Chris Brickley. Then I decided to try out for the 2K League as we hit a big 3 to cut the lead to 23, which was awful. I definitely didn't recommend this, but we got some VC that way and we got some my points at the end of the day. Now we did end up taking a few days off, but we are back with some more 3v3 ProAm. You can notice right here, we're getting a lot of my points, getting our badge progress up as well. And of course, we're still getting a lot of VC. Now today we lost a lot more games than we are accustomed to, but it's because honestly the shooting was extremely difficult. You can see right there, they shot 3 for 14. I think we shot like 1 for 7, but we still won. But it became very difficult to shoot. You can see again, we're still getting a lot of VC, but you'll notice this game, this team is 19-4, we're 19-5. A lot of GOAT tiers going on right here, some pretty good 3-point percentages around, but you'll notice how people just kind of leave you open, and it's not by mistake. It's for some reason today, it was just extremely difficult to shoot, maybe for this whole week. And it was kind of interesting because you'll notice throughout this series that the shooting 1000% changes. Like, I don't shoot very late, it's like wide open. That just, I mean, that just does not happen. So we're not shooting well to start off. We're getting corner dots. You'll notice they're backing up all the way into the paint. That's, like I said, it's not by mistake, that's by design. They're gonna leave you open to shoot the ball. Like, that guy's wide open top of the key, we're wide open and just bricking. Like, it was very, very difficult. Like, you'll never see people shoot very early, rarely. That guy had a sharp take and he missed, so it was tough. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this was a very long game just because we were missing so many wide open shots. And it probably didn't help that it was very difficult for me to shoot, because you'll notice my stamina is just getting drained. So a lot of these dribble moves take a lot of stamina, and I'm getting bumped a lot, so my stamina is getting drained. So it was kind of difficult to kind of get open, especially since I didn't really know all these dribble moves because it's still fairly early into the 2K cycle. But you can see we're down only by 2, but we're gonna get another easy dunk right there to tie it back up. But we kind of went back and forth for a while until we went down by 4, which is very tough to come back from. And of course, finally, I do something that actually helps the team. Get a nice little crab there to get a 3, but they get it right back. And at this point, it's tough. 20-16, especially with how the shooting is, it's tough to come back from. But you know what? We just got to play smart basketball. You can see right here, I'm getting absolutely boxed. Finally get a nice press behind the bag. Don't know how I get a dunk off, but we actually get a dunk. But I think here is one of those animations where 2K makes you play through it. Obviously, I don't think he meant to go up with that, but we'll take it. And we tie the game back up 20-20. So we just got to play for a stop now. We don't want to give up any threes, and we don't want to give up any easy dunks. And you'll notice a lot of these guys try to ISO just because they know the shooting is really tough, so they want to run screens, and they think the dunks will probably be the easiest way to win this. But this guy shoots a pretty good shot. A fading 3 with takeover is not a bad shot at all, but luckily we get the stop, we get the win. Very tough game. We win 22-20, but look at the shooting. 2 for 11 from 3, 4 from 13 from 3. Only 610 VC, but we got the job done. But to be honest with you, the most difficult part about this challenge was just how repetitive some of these games got. We're getting around the same VC. We're gonna lose an occasional game, win a few in a row, but now we're on day 15, and today I wanted to make sure I knew how to get myself open. We picked up my boy Ty Latch on lockdown, and you can see he's fading from half court with like a 73 ball, which is pretty crazy. So you can see we go up on a little bit of a win streak, get player of the game, so that's always nice. But like I said, I needed to learn how to dribble and how to get myself open to shoot these threes. So we're finally learning, and just learning the simple stuff like catching the ball and just fading away in the corner when there's like a wide open corner, you know, aggressive behind the back one way and just keep sprinting and fading when you get takeover. It's just the simple stuff. And like this animation right here was so clean. The turnaround to the ice, I mean, that's fire. And you can see again, we get player of the game, so we're just stacking up tons of VC, just going really quickly. So that's, like I said, that's the biggest part about this grind. Now watch this. We're learning how to dribble a little bit. I'm getting really comfortable with these animations. Finally, it took forever, but we finally got the job done. Look at this little crab, little blinders action. I mean, that's just clean, right? That's just fire. So you can see 400 VC right there, another 400 VC game right there. And then we end it with this one right here where we get 600 VC, and we can finally upgrade our build to an 80 overall. And we put a lot of upgrade onto our layup here. So we ended up taking a few more days off, and the season 1 was about to end. So we wanted to make sure that we finished off this 2v2 quest. I knew I was really close, so we hopped into the park. Another quick little day here, just playing a few games. And of course, I wanted to test out the new layup rating that I just upgraded finally. So we're on a 3-game win streak. You can see right here, another little contact layup. I love the layups this year, so upgrading it was one of the best things I've done on this build. We win 4 games, we hop off, we finish the 2v2 quest, get ourselves 2,500 VC, and now we're on our way to season 2. So we had finally made our way to season 2, and I couldn't show you guys my stats because going into this, we did not know that 2K was just going to completely reset the stats. That's on me, but from here on out, I'll keep you guys updated. But right now, season 2, Hustle 2s is what we started off with. And ladies and gentlemen, whenever this is in the theater, you need to grab one of your guys and just come play the Hustle 2s. It probably was the easiest VC I've ever made. It was so quick too, and you guys know me, I don't like to overdo it with dribble moves, and with Hustle 2s and only 12-second shot clocks, you really can't afford to do so. So this was a ton of fun. We ended up playing this for the whole entire week, and you can see I'm starting to execute pretty much all my game now. The dribble moves are gonna come along, but you can see I'm doing hop jumpers, I'm doing dribble pull-ups from the mid-range. You guys remember my mid-range is like, I think only a 72 at this point, so that's not bad at all. You can see the little entry bounce pass right there, and we actually have the tenacity booster as well, and you guys can probably see that I have some Gatorade. Elite ended up winning, I believe, season 1 for like the whole entire affiliation thing. So we got like 25 in every category. So that definitely helped, especially with these quick games. You can see we're hitting like 43% contested shots, but we got extra Gatorade, we've got boost. And you'll notice at the end of this, with like our first 11 games that we played, what I end up shooting and how big of a difference like the boost actually makes. So you can see we're making tons of VC, just quick games. A lot of these guys just leave you open, just like 430 plus VC pretty much every single game. But now I'm going to show you guys a pretty competitive game here. We're going up against a mascot, I think a 6'7" and a 6'8". I ended up turning the ball over right off the bat, which is never good. And I knew this was going to be a competitive game because the first shot, this guy was, you know, shooting threes and he was actually pretty confident. But look at this right here. I mean, 2K starting the bailouts this early into season 2. I mean, what are we doing? But look at this touch passer. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You got builds that have a high pass accuracy for reasons like that. I know for sure on builds that I have, I was not making that pass that quick and squeaking it through, but you can see now we have some boost for our layups and dunks, and we also have our layup upgraded, so it's been a lot of fun kind of messing with that. You definitely notice a pretty big difference. You can see here, I exposed the ball for like 2 seconds and it gets stolen, which is never fun, but you got to remember as well, I've got like no perimeter defense, so they're going right at me. There's not much I can do, so we try to do a little high-low right here. You can see I'm actually playing pretty high IQ defense, and we force a shot clock violation with the tie game at 12-12, which is pretty nice. You can see how I do a little dex off into the corner. I've got a sharp takeover, you know I'm not missing that, but right when I start dribbling a little bit too much, I mean, the ball's getting stolen. We all know that. The only thing with this replica build that's not the greatest, it has silver unpluckable, which I wish it had gold, but only silver unpluckable. Not the greatest this year, but you can see they try to go down here and mash me because they know I don't really have that defense like that. They kick it out. I get stuck on their big man. Okay, nothing we can do there, but look at that. They missed with sharp take. I dex off ball back to the top of the key and hit a huge 3 to put us up by 1. Weebs goes for a post fade. I get the rebound, kick it back out to him. I mean, you already know what color that is. That's easy. We end up winning that game, and then we just end up winning a ton more games. Like, we don't lose for a very long time. You can see we're shooting like 100%, so we're getting out of these games extremely quickly, getting over 400 VC a game every single time. You see 435 right there until we lost our first game. And we take a look at our stats. I mean, we're shooting 74% from the 3 and have a 90 win percentage in our first 11 games. But like you guys saw, we took a lot of time off, so it's time that we have to catch back up, and we are playing this until it ends because this is the sweetest VC of all time. So you can see we're starting to get comfortable. We're hitting like tough spin layups. The meter's being really kind to us. Look how contested that shot is. But right here, we're playing a weird like post score at the point lineup. If you guys saw it, it was a 6'10" at the point and a 6'8" at the center. So it was definitely a tough lineup, especially on the 2s for me because I have to play defense on the 2s. Unlike the 3s, I can't just hide in the corner, but you know I'm automatic. With the shooting boost on this game, I can make every shot. I feel like I can make every shot on this build boost, but when I don't have boost, I feel like it's 50-50. I don't know. You guys let me know down below in the comment section, but we got to ride this out until we get rid of it. You can see we're still sparking 3s off that. Nice little touch pass down to Weebs. He's going to make that every single time. So you can see the game's really close, but I was able to wall up on a 6'10". He's a little bit too late on the contest, and we knocked that down. I don't know if it helps the wingspan or what it is, but we knocked that down pretty easily. But this is when it starts getting cheesy. The 6'10" using screens around a 6'8", and I have to pretty much guard this guy, or we just play sides and communicate it, but his takeover runs out. That's the best thing about the Hustle 2s. He has to force a bad shot, and like I said, I'm the king of this off-ball stuff, so I'm gonna get open off that off-ball easily. You can see hit him with a nasty floater, finally getting to upgrade and use this layup. Finally, at this point, only an 80 overall, but we're still just knocking down floaters and everything pretty consistently. And again, like I said, we're just running through games. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. Whenever we win, I'm usually getting around 430-ish VC, which is really nice. But you can see, starting to get used to the hesitations. Like I said before, I have to get used to shooting off the dribble, especially with sharp take. And we're finally starting to get that down. Like again, right here, a little hesitation, a little crossover. Floater, a little bit contested. I don't think we're making that if we don't have that upgraded. You can see another 300 VC right there. And now we're at 80 overall, but we have enough VC to finally upgrade our build to get some driving dunk, and we're at 82 now. So I'm just gonna show you guys the end results of a few more of these games. You can see we're getting like 400 VC every single time, and we're starting to get used to the dribble moves off the ISO. So that's really all that we can ask for. Look, just every single game, pretty much 100% every single time. You know, some 40% games, but we end up getting out of it pretty quickly because it's a hustle too. So you can see 396, 398, 436, 392. We end up losing this last game, but you guys saw we started at a silver tier. Now we're at purple just at the end of this one session. But I got news, there was another race of the week, and you knew what we had to do. I'm telling you guys, make sure you're doing this too. If you're going no money spin, I mean, there's really no better way you can spend like 40 seconds to get some VC going on right here. You can see how quickly this ends, and we end up getting 2,500 VC from that, and you already know we're right back at it. We're back on the hustle twos, hustling some VC here. I mean, look, we're stacking it up real simple. I mean, even though we're shooting poorly, we're still getting 300, you know, losing getting 250. It doesn't matter, just simple VC. But I got another game for you guys, another competitive one. 2 Hall of Fame tier players going on right here. So we got to make sure that we're stepping up and being able to actually score efficiently. You can see the shot clock's already winding down. By the time I get the ball, there's only 8 seconds. So I have to force up a pretty bad layup. They did a pretty good job of playing kind of high-low. And also, you guys saw they have a center setting screen. So like, I can't really switch. Like I said, I can't really hide on the twos when I'm playing the hustle. So I have to make sure, you know, I'm just trying to get these guys on the perimeter, and hopefully I can fight through these screens. Maybe a screen doesn't hit as well as it needs to, but you can see again, the pass accuracy is the best thing about this build. Like, I don't have any builds personally that had that high pass accuracy, and it makes such a big difference. Like, you can't leave people open at all. And if you do, I mean, look, you get passes like this. Like, that's just a pass most people aren't expecting, just because a lot of people don't have this high of a pass accuracy. But you can see the big man was kind of doing work down there. I'm not gonna lie, he has the big man dunks, and he was getting a lot of standing dunks. But you see we're down by 1, not anymore. We're up 2 because Weez has that 3-point shot. I saw that he had that sharp take, but I got sharp take as well. That's one of my favorite moves to do off the inbound, kind of cut back towards the middle, and you're usually going to be wide open. So you can see here, 18-9, we're still doing our thing, a little aggressive behind the back, little snatch right there. I think that's like 30-something% contested, but it doesn't matter. We time it normally, end up winning that game, still on a roll, just stacking this VC. And about 99% of these games lasted less than 5 minutes. So getting this much VC for pretty much just shooting open shots, I mean, you can't really complain. A lot of these games were pretty easy as well, especially since it's matchmaking. But for some reason here, just out of nowhere, this team just threw us for a curveball, and it didn't help that 2K really bailed him out a lot too. So you can see we get a block, and then he gets his own rebound right away, goes right back up with it. I don't know what it is, but they're up 8-0. You can see we're wide open. At this point, we don't have any more of our boosts, so we're back to, you know, being 50. It's kind of crazy. So you can see at the top, I think it said like 40%. But again, I just can't get over how good this pass accuracy is. It was like the first time I ever did that, and I'm glad I was able to test out my off dribble and get my shot right, because we hit a crazy off dribble and then a crazy and one like 50+% contested. So I mean, it's pretty nice. Again, a nice pass out to the wing, get a wide open 3. We get a rebound right there. It's 20-16. I cannot believe I ended up messing this up. Like, this is my bread and butter. Look how big that window is, but I kind of had to release it because I thought I was going to get blocked, but we end up getting bailed out right here. They end up turning the ball over 20-18. Again, look how quick this pass is. You can't leave anybody open for a split second. This high pass accuracy is really no joke. And again, we went 394 VC right there. That guy tries to go for the inbound still. You reach, I teach. We're wide open with sharp take. You know we're not missing that. Another 438 VC. Like, it's crazy how much we're stacking up at this point. But it looks like we finally met our match. A 6'6" that could do pretty much everything. Dunk the ball, steal the ball, shoot the ball, dribble the ball. So I knew it was going to be tough. You guys know this replica build has no defense, and the very little defense it does have, I don't have upgraded yet. So I can't stick pretty much anybody on the perimeter, and if anybody goes inside, it's going to be very tough for me to get a stop unless I wall up. So we got to make sure we take advantage of all of our offensive possessions. You see there, I mean, Weeb should have had a dunk. 2K gave him a layup, and then it gets blocked. I can't fight through these screens, and I told Weebs he just has to shoot the ball until he gets takeover. We'll change up our game plan. You see right here, wide open 3, end up missing that. Weebs gets the rebound, kicks it back out to me, a quick behind the back. It looks open. but it's not open, I guess, and I bricked that shot, so it's not going too hot to start off with. And this is past the shooting struggle point, but I mean, I'm doing all I can do. Like, I have no stamina. There's 12 seconds to shoot the ball, so I knew I had dunks finally upgraded, so I had to take advantage of that. This guy was 6'6", so I had to go dunk the basketball real quick, although we don't have any dunk packages yet. Weaves misses a wide open 3. This guy hits his wide open 3. So it's a tough game, man. Like I said, very slow shot clock. I mean, I have no stamina. I have to chuck up that shot. And this is what I was talking about. I've got no interior. Looks like he's using physical handles or something. I just get blown by and he scores at the paint twice in a row just off the ISO. They go back towards the screens after he gets takeover, so it's pretty tough to stop, but we force him into a tough mid-range. But these guys were on everything. I'm talking pass backs. Whenever I would drive in, they were playing high-low, so it was very tough to stop. You can see he breaks my ankles right there. I mean, that just goes to show you I've got no perimeter, but luckily I just throw up a hand. I don't know how. I get the block right there. You can see again, like I was talking about, I have no stamina after playing all that defense, so I hit Weaves, but since I was low on stamina, I think my pass was slow. But look at that touch passer. I'm telling you, it's cash. They left him open a little bit, and that's all the room he needed. Right here, I get him back with an ankle breaker. I fade into his defender. Luckily, I am able to knock that down, force a shot clock violation. Like, it was a lot of back and forth. You can see I'm not shooting the best, and that's all we can do too. It's tough when they're doing that screen stuff. You can see the center's down there. I'm able to wall up and I guess get enough of a contest so he couldn't time the shot right. You can see I'm using the Magic Johnson. Low-key, a little bit of a dot right there. Weaves does the fade, ends up missing it, but I track it down and just run it down. These are one of the games you'll have very so often, and when you're playing the twos, to where you're just gonna have to like fight it out. You can see right here, able to hold the box out, which is pretty surprising because I have no strength on this build, no box out beats or anything like that. Relocate to the top of the wing, knock that down. We're in the corner, we end up missing that shot. Weaves gets the rebound. I run in, hit Weaves wide open for the mid-range. The center jumps, Weaves knocks it down, so we're just 3 points away. I try to hit the step back, end up bricking it, but Weaves again clutch. MVP of the game, rebound, hits it back out. We knock down the 3, and we actually get a lot of EC from that game. So we end up taking an L, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to make some upgrades to the build. Nothing too crazy stats wise, but we are going to go with a 60 vertical because that's going to allow us to unlock a lot of dunks. So you can see we did our little hot spots, and we got some jump shot boost, which is not too bad at all. So we end up buying a park dunk. So we don't have a lot of VC, so we had to be kind of selective, and we go with like another little basic, you know, alley-oop dunk right there. So we're right back at it. 84 overall. We're in here doing some crazy stuff. Nice little behind the back, get him to jump. Look at the step back in the corner. I think that's Tyler Hero. For anybody that's asking, there you go. But we got another good game going on right here. A guy that's just gonna go run his way into the paint, which is always tough to defend. And this guy, I'm not gonna lie, he was cooking me. I don't know what crossover he was rocking, but he was absolutely just giving me the business. I had no idea where I was going on that play right there, but that guy did the cardinal sin. My guy had takeover. He took a shot, but hey, they get it right back because for some reason we didn't get a dunk right there. So we're down 10-0, but hey, we're coming back slowly but surely. We're down by like 7 now. I kick it back out to Weaves. He knocks down a huge shot. So we're just right back in the game after a couple threes. I knocked down a 3-point shot. Weaves gets the back door, and now we have the lead, but then we go ahead and lose it 17-11. But sharp shooting takeover, you know we're not missing on that. Like, we're going to be able to knock that shot down. Now Weaves has to take. He knocks it down. We're not going to miss with sharp take. That's just not going to happen. So you see we upgraded our dunk, but we still went with a layup. Hit it back out to Weaves. He knocks down a big shot. So we come back. We win that game pretty easily. But I low-key forgot. I wanted to test out my dunk package, and we're definitely going to be doing this. You can see right here, these guys were pretty solid. They shot the ball extremely well, but you know we got to hit them with a floater. Just hit them with everything. But look at this. Our first time using the dunk packages that we just got, and I know this is going to be a lot of fun. So we're fading shots. We're dunking the ball now, doing stuff this build wasn't really accustomed to, so you can kind of see how it's really progressing now. And we just stay taking W's, getting VC along the way. Some games we score, some games we don't, but we're finally upgrading our driving dunk and our mid-range to be completely maxed out, which is pretty big. So I definitely wanted to test it out. You can see right here, I have no idea what this was. I don't even know what happened. I don't know how that's even an animation, and they got a 3 off of it. That's how to throw that in there. That's kind of crazy. But again, like I said, I wanted to test this out. No takeover, only a 75 mid-range. We're knocking down mid-range shots. We're dunking the basketball down. So not only can we just do a crazy floaters, we can finally dunk the ball. Look at this right here. I decided to do slash or take, see if I can just dunk, and look at how big big that meter was. Like, I know the dunk wasn't anything crazy, but that dunk's pretty sick too. So we're using our dunk packages there. But look at this one right here, little spin move between the legs, contact dunk, our first contact dunk, I think, on this build. So we're getting VC, testing out all the new stuff that we've upgraded. So like I said before, it's pretty sick that we can do like cool acrobatic layups and throw down and dunk on people. So you don't really see that too often. And look, who says we don't play defense? That might be the worst and goofiest looking defensive position I've ever seen, but we get a stop, we make the three. So you can see the build is finally coming to like the fact that I can actually play on it and not have to be like a big liability, which is all that we can ask for. So we're winning pretty much every single game here. We lose a couple along the way, but like I said, we're winning a majority of them. Like, look at this animation right here, getting used to the dribble moves, little snatch back, little look at this. Oh my gosh, tween, go right to the basket, crazy. Oh my gosh, like that dunk is just so fire. Like, it's so nice being able to dunk the basketball down like that. Look at all the stats that we're putting up too. Like I said, this build is finally coming to fruition. So now I'm out here just trying shots I've never done before. Little step backs from the hash, knocking that down. I know takeover is really overpowered at this point, so I definitely wanted to just try out all these different shots. You can see spinning from the mid-range, little contested, it doesn't matter. We end up knocking that down, getting our VC that way. Pretty simple game again, but this was what caught me off guard. It was so random. We were just waiting for our next game, and then this popped up. Let me know if you guys remember this happening. It says that we won the 2K League event, and you guys saw I just played that one game, and for some reason, I don't know what happened. It was like some sort of glitch, I don't know, but you can see right here, we get an unlimited layup and dunk boost, and we get all those Gatorade and extra boost in total, and the 25K VC. So that's gonna help us a lot. We get to max out our layup, and we get to start working on our perimeter defense, because that's gonna be big, because on the twos, you have to be able to defend somewhat. And like I said before, when you have boost, you shoot perfect. Like, I'm shooting 100% all the time, and it's no surprise. I mean, that's just how the game works. So you can see we're just stacking up our VC, and we're working on getting our build to 99. That's another big part. But look right here, oh my gosh, we're using the dunk boost already. Look how crazy that dunk is right there. I wish we would have actually got the animation, but we're dunking now, and I know these dunk and layup boosts are going to help us along the way. Since I do so many layups, we're going to be hitting some crazy layups. I already know. Look how many games we're winning in a row now. But you remember when I said before, there's just certain games where 2K is going to test your patience, and ladies and gentlemen, this is one of them right here. So we get the initial steal, which looks good, wide open 3-point shot. I brick it. Never a great start to do that, so you know how to go back with the bread and butter. Hit him with a nice little giant killer floater. Floaters are just so OP this year. You see they try to blitz me right away, so I just dish it down into the weeps, and he gets the easy dunk. Nice little behind the back crossover into the little scoop layup. So everything looks good to start off, but you can see right here, I try to do too much. I cross over, and even if I got by him, you can see they were playing good switch defense. So they get the steal, I get backdoored. I don't have my off-ball pest upgraded yet, and that makes a huge difference off these twos games when I'm guarding somebody off-ball. And you can see right here, these guys were just not missing. So that's why I was kind of trying to get my perimeter up, just so I could fight through screens, and so I could actually get this off-ball pest. And these guys, like I said, they were not missing shots to begin with. He has sharpshooting takeover now, crossing me up. It's so hard to defend guys when you have like low perimeter and they're just kind of wiggling like that, but Weaves bails me out right there. Nice little stop and pop 3-point shot. You know, we had to knock that down, so we put ourselves back into this game, and whenever my guy has sharp take, I'm looking for him. Like, the passing on this build is so nice, so I have to do that. But look right there, man, that would have been so nice off the pump fake and to shoot the three, but we end up missing that. End up getting the ball back. They try to blitz my ball hand. One little behind the back is all you need into that corner. He's too little. We end up making that shot. So we go up 17-13, make that actually 20-13. So it looks a lot better now. But like I said, 2K was trying to test us. Like, look, that's an easy backdoor lob. And you guys saw I had my new alley-oop animations, and they end up saving that possession, and then the very next time they come down and hit a contested midi. Like I said, 2K was testing us, and they get a little backdoor. I know I kind of got him out of that animation, but he probably should have made it regardless. So that was a little contested layup. They have sharp take and Mamba take now, so this is going to be tough. We have to try to play for a stop. You can see right here, I'm trying my best. I end up reaching, which is really dumb, especially when you have no steal, so you can kind of see how big of a difference that makes. They try to win the game, so they're trying to get a 2. I reach again. If you saw that animation, just threw me totally out of position, but luckily I was able to wall up, get a stop. Weaves wide open with sharp take, misses, but I box out the guy with Mamba take. I'm wide open. I tried to shoot a 3, so I thought it was a 3-point timing, but it was really the mid-range timing, so I missed that. We're still down 1. We have to play for a stop. I'm trying my best. Weaves gets the steal, but like I said, this touch passer right back out a sharp take. He's not missing twice. He knocks it down. Nice little comeback win. Like I said, 2K was kind of testing us, and now we go on a little bit more of a streak again. But you can see just a few games later, 2K is testing us with another cheesy lineup, a sharp shooting shot creator, and a 7-foot center. So you already know exactly what they want to do. So we knocked down the three, which is nice. And we knocked down the initial mid-range, and hands down, man down, we knocked down a big contested three-point shot. So we're looking good. But like I said, their lineup they were doing was extremely cheesy. They're doing like close shot phase. They had a 7-footer just kind of sitting in the paint after the screen. And you guys already know it's so difficult for me to fight through the screens, probably at any point, but especially right now when I don't have any perimeter defense. But like I said, I'm that guy. When it comes to dexing off the ball off the inbound, you already know I'm going to be able to do that like every time. And this is one of my favorite moves with sharp take. I'm putting you guys on game. Try that move out. Like pass it to your guy and then cut out and then cut back towards like where you inbounded it. Like every single time you're going to be open. I do it a few times this game. It's actually extremely overpowered. But you see it right there. They try to do a little ghost, little pop with a sharp take and try to shoot from half court, which I can respect. But you know what? We had to throw a little mid-range floater into the game right quick. And again, like I said, I did that move yet again. Hand down, man down. We end up knocking that shot down. Weaves hits a mid-range, so we end up winning that game. But it's a little cheesy lineup, so it took us some adversity to go through that. We end up winning pretty much every game. We lost one between that. But now we're going up against the guy with 96 steal. And this center, like I know I said the other center was cooking. This center was absolutely frying. So you can see I missed some shots early, which is never fun. But I don't know if you guys noticed this. Whenever I start missing shots, I just go back to the bread and butter and just go for contested floaters. I guess that's what works. But like I said, the center was absolutely disgusting to start this off. He knew what he was doing. I knew it from like the get-go. He knew what he was doing. He was doing that big man like contact dunk animation. You can see he pulls up, hits that shot, hits another three-point shot. Look at this right here. Nice Euro step little scoop lay, I guess. I mean, that's crazy. Off the spin, another Euro step. I mean, those are just animations that are so tough to defend. You can see he's hitting off dribble mid-ranges too. But again, this guy was cooking. And when my guy ended up doing that, he really kind of bailed us out. Because I don't know if we were going to be able to stick this center. But of course, you know, they always test your big man first to see if he can shoot, which Weaves knocks down the shot. I do the most absolute cheese thing you could do, the Magic Johnson. I don't do that often. But look at that too. No strength pushing him out of the way. And that actually helped us get a bucket because we went with a floater right after that. So I don't know. 2K animations are really kind of weird, especially if I can do that. But see, we knocked down a couple big shots. We're up by 2, right by 4. But then I do the back door and try to get open to the corner. But I forgot this guy had 96 steals, so he ends up stealing it. And we almost lose the game. But I want to say, I think that bulldozer and me being down there might have just saved it to us. Like that might have saved the whole game right there. Weaves knocks down the 3 to tie it. Weaves wide open again. You know, I'm trying to look for him. Like I said, I'm always looking for guys that are open with sharp takes. So we end up winning that game, win a few more. And now it's time to upgrade this build a little bit more so we can play some defense. So as you guys saw, after that long twos grind, I took a few days off, and that was the first day of the NBA season. So I went ahead and did my NBA pick'ems, and I decided I couldn't waste any more time. So I had to go play something when nobody was online. And instead of doing the rec center, we're trying out the starting 5 just to see how it works, just to see how the badge progress is, the my points, the VC, just to see how this game mode works in general. But you can see first shot of this, we're already knocking it down. So that's a good sign. So basically, after that snatch block deal, but basically, this is just online MyCareer, and you're going up against one other person, and you're going to do all-time team. So I decided to do the all-time Rockets. I went ahead and thought a lot of people would do the Lakers, so I didn't want to do that. But you can see just calling for screens, shooting threes. A lot of this game mode is just like pick and roll and then like isoing and trying to get to the basket. But you can see right here, we're starting off really well. We're getting steals, we're dotting people. I wanted to do the Rockets because I knew James Harden was nasty, and I knew Hakeem Olajuwon would play great defense. And you can see the guy's already sending double teams towards me. Like, it's crazy. This game mode was actually pretty insane. You can see I tried to do that, but since this build can do so many different things, the floaters are on target, you know, the back doors are there, because these guys are really trying to spam you for threes. And if you do anything out of the ordinary, it gets pretty easy. But look, the AIs are even reaching on me when they send a double team. It's like crazy. But you can see again, the floaters are super overpowered. So like whenever I got by my guy, I decided just to do a floater. You can see like right here, just back-to-back floaters over Kareem. It doesn't matter who's down there. It's pretty crazy. And we get to test out the off dribble. So if the mid-range is open, we'll be able to knock it down. But this guy was no slouch. He was actually pretty solid. When he got sharp take, it was difficult to kind of like go through those screens just like you guys saw in the 2. So he was getting a lot of threes up. But you can see right here, game's tied. We get a stop on Kobe. We go in transition, and knocked down a 3-point shot in the very beginning of the third quarter. So you can see right now this game is still pretty close. This guy's playing on me really tight, but look at us. We do the cheese with an AI. James Harden back to me for the easy 3-point shot. We got sharpshooting takeover now, so I'm feeling myself a little hop jumper. So we got to practice that in the twos, and I got to execute it here on the starting five. So you can see we're kind of cooking up a little bit. One more behind the back, wide open 3-point shot. Make a little bit of a separation. We're basically up by 10. Another wide open 3. You can see in the top, we're kind of knocking down all those shots. Again, wide open. He's leaving me open. I don't know why. We're shooting 80% from 3, which is pretty crazy. A couple dribble moves, crossover, nice little hesitation, crossover again. Another beautiful floater, which was just super overpowered. And like I said, I wanted to use James Harden so he could just knock down shots, and he was knocking them down every single time. High 3-point rating and all that, and plus it's an AI, so you knew he was going to make it. You see right here, I wanted to see if I could dunk on Shaq. We weren't able to do it, but we get the and one on him when we had that slashing takeover. We end up winning that game. Only 12K my points. The bad progress was okay, but only 900 VC too. So we had enough with the starting five. It was time to set up camp back in the random rec. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know the random rec is kind of where we hold our own. And now this build is an 87 overall. We could actually do stuff. If you guys remember in the beginning of this video, we could do pretty much nothing. Like, we were a huge liability, but now we are the main focal point of the offense. We're dishing the rock. We're scoring the rock. We're doing literally everything so our team can win. You can see these cross-court dots are getting there so fast with our pass accuracy upgraded, and we're going in threes, shooting threes in transition. So we're knocking down shots when we need to, and we're hitting our teammates. So we're actually doing stuff. So this is actually not too bad. You'll see at the end of this, we get a pretty good amount of VC. So if you guys have your builds kind of upgraded, you should definitely hit up the rec center. It's definitely smart, but you can see right here, I didn't want the AI to shoot it. I want to go ahead and take that shot. We're shooting mid-range shots and 3-point shots. We're actually able to dunk the ball now, so we're not getting put out of bad animations. We're not going for layups, so we're able to actually do stuff, and we're getting shots at the end of the shot clock, hitting mid-range contested shots. So I mean, it's pretty much doing everything that we needed to be successful. Again, dunking the ball on people. We're not getting bad layup animations, and since we were playing a lot of those twos, we're actually able to kind of cook up around screens and figure out how to get ourselves open in here in the fives, and even playing that 5v5 helped a little bit. But of course, you're gonna have some random rec teammates that don't know what they're doing, but that's all right. It's all part of the process. You can see we're up by like 15 here with a minute left in the fourth quarter, and we're doing pretty much everything. Again, like I said, shooting off the dribbles. You guys saw the layups, the dunks, the 3-point shots, a little icing on the cake here, a little disrespectful, but you can see right here, 31 points, 5 assists, only 13K my points, which is kind of surprising, but we also got 1200 VC. We kept playing a few games until we went and made sure we got our challenge. So make sure you guys do this too. You can see you get a pretty good amount of VC, and a lot of the times these really aren't too hard to get, but you can see there's some games where it gets really bad. You lose and you don't get that much VC, but again, we're starting to get comfortable with the dribble moves. You guys probably saw this in the beginning. Knock down crazy shots like that. We're getting real comfortable. 29 and 16 games, 1500 VC, and now we can start upgrading our my player a little bit more. We have a maxed out perimeter defense, so we got challenger and all that other stuff, and we went ahead and maxed out our free throws since we're playing a lot of rec center. But look at those passes, man. Like, everything is starting to come together. This build is actually starting to become a lot of fun, and the VC is rolling in, and this is a great way to get your my points up if you're trying to play online, the rec center, especially if you're the main ball handler. But now we're making sure we hit our trick-or-treat. It is now Halloween at this point in the year, and we went ahead and got some VC doing that. We got to upgrade our player, and we got tons of Gatorade, which is crazy. So you saw we did our pick'ems again, and we're right back into the random rec. Look how many, like, the stats we're putting up and the my points that we're getting and how much VC we're getting. We're being unselfish. Nice little Lamelo animation right there with his pass style. 21-point games, 23,000 VC, 1,000 VC, 31K my points. I mean, look, this is absolutely insane how much VC we're getting. And look how loose my build looks now. It doesn't look stiff at all. All these dribble moves are starting to chain together. Nice behind the back, the spin maneuver, tough left-hand layup, and you guys can tell my points are going up like crazy. We're a 90 overall now, and being a 90 means we get rebirth, and we're starting to make our way close to 99. We now see the light at the end of the tunnel, but we can't let up now. We get 1,000 VC from the wheel. We get a lot of these picks right, so we get 600 VC from this. We upgrade our pass accuracy, and now we're back into the random rec center. So you can see a lot of our teammates, yeah, they weren't the best. So we have to make sure we can hold our own, and that's the best part about being the point guard. You hold all the offense in your hands, passing the ball, scoring the ball, and all that. And now that our build's in 90, we can definitely do that. You can see we're dunking and transition. Like I said, this build is actually a ton of fun now. We're making sure that we can do everything with the ball. Look, floaters are going in. Everybody in the rec center likes to run around, so you got to make sure you can kind of have the offense and have it at a good pace. You can see that extra swing pass right there. This guy's setting me off balls with my sharp take, which is actually kind of nice. We hit him with a quick little behind the back, but we go right back into the paint. The floor was actually surprisingly, actually spread out here, so that's not too bad. We only had a couple people nose diving at the rim, which is a lot better than most of the time in the rec center. You usually have like 4 or 5 guys doing it, but you can see here we're being patient. The score is 18-16. My guy was kind of standing on top of me the whole entire time, so we had to make sure that we were getting actual good shots. So you can see right here, a lot of hands up defense, a lot of screens going on, but we hit one behind the back. Look how deep that shot is. It's a weird little corner pocket. I was kind of surprised I made that, to be honest with you. But like I said, as the main ball handler, you got to make sure you get everybody involved in the rec center, because people will start flopping, people will start standing out of bounds, people will start sitting in the paint. You know how it goes. And we've definitely ran into that during this challenge. I did not want that to happen again. You can see they dot me at the buzzer. We knocked down that shot. We're player of the half. So we're doing our job. Look at that swing pass to the corner. I wish he would have made that. Absolute dot. I was kind of like, wow, I don't know how he missed that, so I could have stood there for a second, but he ends up trying to save it, and we get it right back, which is nice. And then we throw a nice little baseball pass up the court, right on the money. Just a perfect executed pass. You can see we use a little spot finder. Probably was open, but we're gonna hit one smooth behind the back to a momentum to a floater. Like, bro, like, it's so nice. The floaters, if you guys haven't been able to tell throughout this video, have been my most favorite thing to do on this game. Cross-court dot yet again. You see we got 23 and 5. Little mid-range shot at the end of the shot clock, knocking it down, getting a contest on that guy. Going on the other end, spotting up into the corner, hitting a contested 3. So you can see our perimeter defense is actually upgraded now. So we got some challenger going on, which has been able to help a lot. You can see we dot this guy cutting into the paint. So you can see there's probably like 3 people down there, which is kind of annoying. But if you want to have a smooth random rec experience, you better hit these guys when they cut, because they'll let you know about it. So you can see we end up winning that game. I think we got enough my points to go up another overall, which is always nice. And we're starting to get some pretty nice highlights, even though we lose a lot of these games by a lot, because sometimes I get put at the shooting guard, which is not fun either. We still win a majority of them. Look at that between the legs to the spin jumper as they try to help. We don't get baited. We knock that down. You see we were winning at that game too. 20K my points, almost 1,000 VC every single game, because the majority of the time we are the player of the game. Look at this move right here. Oh my gosh, saucing him in the corner with a little acrobat. You can see we're just going to work. It's starting to become a whole lot easier. Man, oh man, can I feel it. We're getting so close to getting at least to 99 overall. That's going to be a huge jump. So you see, we're back in the rec center. We're getting VC. After that game, I was level 20. I got the BMX spike, and to do the race of the week, for that week, you had to have the BMX spike. So we ended up doing that. Got 2,500 VC. And the Lamelo Ball player banner, so it was kind of nice. But after that, no days off, man. We're right back in the rec, just grinding badges, grinding VC. And after we did enough of that, I decided to hop into the Hustle Ones. They had this for the week of the theater. The Hustle Ones really is not too shabby. You play a lot of guards if you are a guard, and I am 6'7", so I thought, let's go ahead and test our luck. But guys in here were pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very tough to stay in front of people when you don't have the greatest defense, but our offensive bag is very versatile. So I knew we had a fighting chance if we could actually get the ball back in our possession. So you can see we hit a little floater, hitting a 3-point shot, hitting triple threat snatchbacks, crossover. Ended up doing this by mistake, but we still greened it, so I felt pretty good about this. But this guy ended up getting the ball back. He had sharp take. He was feeling himself a little bit too much, but luckily I have that challenger now since I have the build upgraded, so we were able to get a contest. We're driving by him, dunking the ball down now, like I said, hitting 3-point shots from the top of the key. So we're looking really good. Look at this right here. Oh my, doing the meter dunk, little park dunk. We're back in here, so we can actually get those animations. You can see it's 12-16. Fading mid-ranges, so we're just doing literally everything, which is a lot of fun on the one score, because you can kind of do everything that's in your bag. Knock down that 3-point shot. End up winning that game, so I hopped into another one. We're down 19-4. This guy misses wide open with takeover. So you know what? We had to lock in. It was time to focus up right here. Hit a huge 3-point shot. I think we had comeback kids, so that might have helped us a little bit. Like I said, our offensive bag is very versatile. So we're hitting floaters, we're hitting layups, we're hitting mid-range shots, we're doing crossovers. You can see right here, spin. Oh my gosh, that was just too nasty. So I knew I had to win at this point. Little step back John Wall, you know we're knocking that down. 19-18, little crossover snatch, double snatch, cross again. Behind the back. Oh my, dude, look at this. So nasty. In his mid for the game. We end up coming back and winning that one. And then you know how it goes. We keep playing until we lose one. So after we lost one, I played some rec with the boys and finally started to upgrade the build. It's been a while since we upgraded, but we are now a 92 overall with a max rebounding, and we're back in the rec center. Played a couple more games. You can see we're getting a ton of VC, and then I decided to spot up for a little bit in the 3v3 to get some extra VC along the way. At this point, we're in a pretty good rhythm. We're doing a lot of the same stuff every single day, so it can get a little monotonous, but look at us. Getting crazy animation still. The build's still giving me a lot of new stuff that I haven't seen prior, but you can see we're just racking up VC however we can get it. And after I lost like 3 in a row in the rec center, I knew it was time to try something else out, so we started playing a little bit more of this 1v1 court. And like our second game on, we're playing post scores, so it's like it's not the most fun. So you can see right here, we're still learning some nice dribble moves, and it's kind of crazy what you can do with this low like ratings in general. I only have a 75 mid-range, and I'm shooting fades very consistently, as you guys have seen throughout the video. But after I saw that post score do that, I was like, there's no chance we're gonna lose to a guy that plays like this. There's just no way. So we hit back-to-back threes. We put slasher take on because I still wanted to see what kind of dunk animations I could get. Sparking, hitting contested jump shots right there. Since this guy was playing really cheesy in the mid-range and stuff like that, I was like, hey, we can play cheesy right back. How many Magic Johnson dribbles did I just do right there? But we end up hitting another three, beat the post score, got him off the court, and I was feeling good until I played a guy like this. Like, he was the epitome of playing cheesy. I mean, like, look at this. Bulldozering me out of the way, behind the backs into mid-ranges. It was tough, so I definitely needed this. This was, I think, the last time I decided to play the once court, I think, in this video. And yeah, let's just say I did not have a good time. That was kind of tough to stop. So we hop back in the rec center just so we can get a quick dub. So we're starting the day back with the daily pick'ems. I recommend doing this. It's really simple. If you guys really need VC, I would do it. But you see we're back here in the theater twos. This week in the theater, it was not make it, take it. And it was 24-second shot clock. So we really missed the hustle twos. If we had hustle twos, I swear this challenge would have finished so much quicker. But we're still flying through games for the most part until we got to this game right here, which is going to give us another challenge. Our first time really fighting a ton of screens on the twos with the perimeter defense upgraded. So we have max perimeter now. I don't think we have pig dodge or anything on a build like this, but we're still fighting through screens and we're sticking on our guy a whole lot better than we were before. But you can also see we've got rebounding up on our build, so we get some nice animations. That 60 rebound on this build gives us rebound chaser on bronze, so it does make a pretty big difference. You can see that special delivery zip pass right down to the paint, easily like the best badge in the game. If you do that, those passes are so good. And look at that too, we're hitting floaters from the free throw line, so it's a whole lot different. I would think for the first time we played twos when it was hustle twos, I feel like we're a whole lot better just as a build and just as a player in general. We're fading threes with confidence now, and that all stemmed from the very beginning of just practicing this when I was like a really low overall. So we trade back and forth threes for a second. We got 20-15. They yoink one wide open. I try to stay in the corner, but luckily that guy does not have any steal. We do a little dribble pull up in the close shot, so we end up knocking that down, winning that game. But again, like I said, we're just going back and forth, playing a ton of twos games, because this is definitely the best way. If you're trying to get my points and you're trying to get VC, come play some twos, especially if it's like losers out or hustle. I would definitely recommend it. Look at this crazy shot that we're hitting. Like, we're hitting step backs with takeover. We're even getting steals with like barely any steal upgraded. Look at this move right here. We're switching back out. Clutch 3-point shot against Mamba take to put us up by 3. We get the ball. Look at that amazing pass. This is that 91 pass accuracy now, so that makes a huge difference. You can see a crazy pass like that, a little touch pass alley-oop back down to him to win that game. We lose one, and I thought it was time to finally upgrade our build. We maxed out our vertical and put a lot towards our steal, and we hopped straight back into here. Look, we're still grinding. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. Look how many games we're playing. I'm showing you guys the results of every single one of them, and you can see we're really getting a lot closer to being 98 overall and just purchasing it. Look at that great ball fake fade in the corner. Like, dude, we're getting really confident with this build. So you can see we're still winning a ton of games. Like, we win pretty much every single one. You can see right here, we get kind of bored doing bounce alley-oops. This is like really cool clip actually. So you can see we just get a stop right here, and then I give Weebs a bounce alley-oop right back. So like I said, we're winning games, and I think this next game right here, we're now a 98 overall, so we're getting close to 99. And at this point, we're just doing our best to stay sane, because this is getting to be a lot. You guys have seen how many games we've played, and Weebs has been through a lot of these games with me, so I know we're both getting a little bit tired. But we got a good game right here, a little bit of back and forth action. You can see this guy hits a contested shot, so we knew we were in for a little bit of something. Again, I just want to show you guys gameplay of how this build's progressing. It's pretty interesting. Like, going to see how this build plays now, this go around on the twos, it's just mind-blowing how much different it really is. You can see I did that signature move. I'm telling you, one of the best moves in the game. Another little off ball, try to do a little floater, and yeah, that got sent back. And look at this. And actually, one of these actually worked for us. That usually never happens. I think that might be the first time that's ever worked out for us. But look, the rebounding is coming in clutch. We actually get a nice rebound. And if you don't notice what I just did right there, I did a little special delivery handoff, and you get a lot of takeover for that. And now we've got Mamba take. Both of us have Mamba take, 14 to 12, but Weaves ends up missing Mamba to Mamba, which is kind of crazy. He decks his off ball, he hits the three, so we go down by one. But I tried to do the little off ball too, which was kind of risky because that guy had defensive takeover. Luckily he didn't reach, but he's too little anyway, right? He's just too small. And this guy pulls up and Weeb's face with Mamba take. Not the smartest idea. We see exactly where it goes. And yeah, it's just one of those games. Weebs usually never misses, but it's just one of those games like I talked about before, where 2K is just gonna throw you the ultimate curveball, and he has a contested shot on Weebs with his Mamba take. So we do the first time, we do the John Wall escape on this guy, and it ends up working. We didn't do that the whole entire game, so it ended up working. He misses, I deck softball. Luckily, we end up winning that game. Like I said, this is just one of those games that 2K thinks like you're just supposed to lose, but we end up winning it. So you can see right here, we start messing around. We get a little bit confident. We're seeing what we can do on this build, doing step backs, doing spin shots. This is the same game hitting step back game winners that, like, you know, just trying everything out at this point. 20 to 19. Usually I'm not confident with just going to dunk the basketball, but now that we have dunk on this build, I'm gonna go dunk. That's like a thing that I've been trying to do a lot more in this build, is try to get dunks. And hey, look at that putback dunk. And I'm telling you, with slasher takeover, you get some ridiculous dunks. That's our first time getting a really good dunk animation. Look at this one though. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section which one was better. Honestly, I don't know. You guys saw this in the beginning, but bro, like some of these dunk animations, like with just slasher taking no like contact dunks, I swear you get some better animations. Look right here, little cook up, cross, easy green, and we win that game too. So we decided to switch it up a little bit and play some 3v3 Pro-Am, and you guys can see this is consecutive games because you'll just notice by the my points, it's progressively slowly going up. So we played a handful of games right here, and then we entered our trendsetter for season 2. If you guys remember season 1, we got a trendsetter, we got another one for season 2. And take a look at our build now. We maxed out our pass accuracy, and we are a 95 overall. So this build is practically done. So we hop back into the rec center. You can see the stats that we're putting up. Look at our build now. Like, we're getting rebounds like that over big men, and then we can chuck it up the court and just get the offense going like that. But now we're back into some 3v3 Pro-Am, and I want to show you guys what the build's kind of looking like. And we're going up against some elite guys, some guys with some really high steal, and a pretty good little team right here. And you'll notice when I'm on this build trying to ISO and play the 3v3 Pro-Am, one, I'm not on a great build for this. Like 6'7" in the 3v3 Pro-Am are not the best, especially if you're trying to, like, you know, go around screens and stuff like that. And two, I don't have any boost and I don't have any Gatorade. So you'll notice that throughout the whole entire challenge. So if we don't take that initial shot, if I pass it and we don't take that initial shot, my stamina is drained and that whole possession is pretty much out to dry. So you can see we're down early, 9-4, but we don't give up. We have Weebs on lockdown, so I feel pretty confident right here. You can see trying to get used to these screens. Some of them really aren't hitting that well. Tell them just to go ahead and slip. I have that whole right side open, and like I said, we've been practicing the fade, so we went ahead and hit the fade. Weebs gets a big steal. We're only down 3, so I went ahead and decided to take a dunk. You can see we're getting some pretty crazy dunks in here. We go cross court back to JMO. He hits this huge 3 to put us up by 2, and then Weebs is just locking in. This guy's got sharp takeover. Doesn't matter to Weebs. He gets a huge steal. We get a transition bucket to put us up by 4. So we go down by like 7, I think, and then we're up by 4 throughout pretty much the rest of the game. Up here, we're up 6. Weebs just walls up to get a great stop in the paint. I probably should have thrown a lob, but I was kind of nervous to do it, so I decided just to take the mid-range fade. For some reason, that's how I was playing this game. I don't know why, but it was just working. So you can see 19 to 13. Last play, Weebs cuts. He hits the wide open dunk. We win that game. And you know what? We did all right. Now, this game is traditionally how I like to play point guard. I'm going to tally up a ton of assists. Like, I could have went and dunked that, but I'm going to get assists off the get-go just to get my teammates going with takeover, and Sponge allows me to get a lot of takeover as well. So you can see I'm getting boxed up right here. I just post up, tell Weebs to cut. He has the back door. It's a bullet pass, so the defense really has to react. I mean, look at that full court, just baseball pass of the court. Having that high pass accuracy, if your defense isn't on point, I mean, you're just going to get assisted on the whole entire game. But that's what I'm basically doing. That's going to be our 5th assist right there. And I haven't even scored yet. But you can see I'm close to that Mamba take. And this game is kind of back and forth. I hit that nice little hop jumper that we've been practicing pretty much in every single one of these game modes. And we're only up by 2, but I do get take. And now I'm confident. We got Mamba mentality. I crab him, but for some reason it was a 2. I guess I got pushed in front. Don't even ask me what I was doing right there. I just left my guy wide open. So you can see it's a 1-point game, but I'm feeling confident now. The dribbling is probably at the best that we've done so far in the video, which just makes sense. You can see nice little crab, little blinders action right there. Hit a spin move, and we're just going to keep running. Nice little hesitation. Like I said, I'm feeling confident. This is from all those twos games that we are practicing those fades. I probably would not have the confidence to do that. A little half-court alley-oop, throwing it down. We easily get player of the game. We don't miss a single shot. We get 1,000 VC for that. So that's actually, that's a pretty tough. Now watch this. Like I said, this is just random red gameplay. I know we're kind of all over the place, but look what we're doing. Like, look what we're able to actually execute on this build. We're just blowing out that team. We win pretty easily. And you'll also notice we are making our way to 99 overall. So before you know it, we're going to be there. You can see right here, probably almost halfway. Another 1,300 VC right there. Look at this play. Hello, come upstairs. Little putback dunk, man. 15 and 11 and 5 rebounds. And now we're going to go ahead and upgrade our build to a 96 overall. It's wild. Like, we're right here. 96 overall. You really get to start to see that you're almost finished with this. And like I said, I'm as comfortable as I am dribbling right now, probably throughout the whole entire video. Look at this right here. Crab. Yeah, no takeover. Barely any stamina. We knock that down. Another one right here. We get takeover. Look how nice this little combination is right here. Crab that guy. Nice little hesitation. You know we're knocking that down too. And at this point, we're over halfway to 99. And since we're approaching 99 overall, we got to make sure we're getting our VC. We're maximizing all of our opportunities. You can see a little spot finder backdoor. I learned how to do that at this point of the year. We were getting VC from display into the rec center, and now we have enough to finally upgrade our build yet again to a 97 overall. You guys saw the stat sheet right there. I mean, I'm not getting the best random rec games every time, just by any means, but we also finished our race of the week this week, and we get even more VC. So 2,500 VC from doing that as well. So we're kind of getting close. And of course, we have to hop back into the theater twos. I'm telling you guys, if you're trying to max out a build or just get VC in general, grab a buddy, go play the theater twos. If there's ever a good week, definitely go do this. So this week was bonus for getting steals and getting blocks. So you can see right there, they get a point for getting a steal, and we get a point right back for getting a steal. So it's pretty crazy. Weebs hits the 3-point shot. So it's really like a 4-point play. So this isn't as slow. It's actually pretty fast paced because you get a lot of steals, especially with how this game works. The steals are very overpowered. So you can see knockdown 3-point shot right there. He misses the 3. We, this is just stereotypical. You guys have seen this a million times. We hit floaters if they close out. If they don't close out, we shoot 3s. Weebs has the nastiest 4-point play, the steal, and the continuous run for the fadeaway 3. I mean, that was pretty sick. I mean, we end that game pretty quickly. I just want to show you guys how that works. It's pretty cool game mode. You can see right here, we get so bored. We just do stuff like this. Like, the theater is a great place to kind of just relax and do some crazy stuff. You can see we're doing spin shots in the corner because you can kind of just relax and just grind grind VC, and before you know it, you're stacking up a ton. And you can see right there, we actually end the game with a steal, which was pretty funny. We did that a few times, but you can see we're still just racking up games right here. He jumps in the paint. Actually, he hands his hands up, but it doesn't matter. We're winning 22-0. I'm fading away in the corner with takeover in his mid, wide open, I guess. We make more VC doing that. I got bored and put defensive takeover on, hit a 41% contested shot in that guy's face. We're still just winning games, standstill threes nonstop. Like, these are so quick, and we're doing like the same thing every single time. You'll notice a lot of these games really aren't too close, so we're just blowing people out and just getting the VC in the meantime. You can see right here, we're over halfway. We're probably 75% to that 99. And now we get to upgrade our build to a 98 overall. So we're just one upgrade away from finally maxing this build out. And since we're one upgrade away, we got to make sure we're getting the VC. So we hop back into 3v3 ProAm. You can see I get player of the game a few games in a row, but I don't think you guys quite understand, like, the passes like that I don't get on these regular builds. This 95 pass accuracy is actually such a bailout. You can see now I'm kind of getting used to the crab, so you can kind of see the progression of how this build's playing. I kind of have that as my signature move now. Another crab right there. We end up knocking that shot down. So we're getting pretty confident with just scoring the basketball in general. And you guys know I have a pretty good passing IQ. Look at that, reaching in and drawing the foul and one. So we got it to 20-11. We got sharpshooting takeover again. Getting used to these little hesitations. Look at this move. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
There is no way we just knocked that down. See, we get player of the game, obviously, and then we go ahead and get 1100 VC. But this is going to be our first time playing a diamond tier, so this is a pretty good game going on right now. So after hitting a shot like that, you know I'm feeling confident. So how we like to play, you know, just a little give and go. I think my center actually has a good pass accuracy as well, so that pass back is always there. So he'll go down, pass it back down to me. I tell Weeps to cut, but look, I'm telling you, the defense can't react in time. The pass accuracy allows me to actually get that pass there on time. Now I got used to the spot finder. You guys can see I'm putting my hands up right there. Very quick cuts. Definitely use spot finder if you guys are trying to cut into the paint. Again, another bullet pass right on the target. You guys can see all these Hall of Fame playmaking badges I have now. Like, look, touch passer Hall of Fame. Look how good that badge is. I don't think you guys have noticed how good that touch passer is. And then we pull from like half court and beat that diamond tier team, get player of the game. So we're just kind of doing our thing out there. Look, now we're winning more games, 600 VC, 700 VC. Even though we're not getting player of the game, you can see how close we are also to getting to that 99 overall, which is the biggest part, because we're so close to finally finishing this challenge with just using our MyPlayer online, which is very, like, insane. It's unheard of. So we're right here. Look how close we are now. More VC coming our way. 700 VC right there, 1100 VC right there. And then of course you guys know how we have to do it. We lose a game, and this is the day that we're coming up upon, the last day of the challenge. This was literally the perfect way to end this challenge. We have 2v2 rush out on the final day of hitting 99 overall in the no money spent with no MyCareer. I don't know if you guys saw my shot percentage. I was looking a little shaky. I think I was shooting like 12%, but we picked up the first W, but that's not gonna last long. It was tough, man. I was missing everything. Weaves was missing everything. We really lost the second game in 2v2 rush. So when we backed out, I had to make sure I had all my hot spots. And you know what? I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna buy some Gatorade and buy some boost here, because I want to make sure we win these games so we can win 4 in a row. So we bought some Gatorade, we bought some jump shot boost, and yeah, believe it or not, it started to get really easy to shoot. So we win 2 games in a row, which is better than last time, but we want to make sure we can end this off on a good note. Basically, by the time we finish 2v2 rush and win the whole entire thing, we should have enough my points to be 99 overall, and we should have enough VC to completely finish this challenge. But you see, it's not looking good. We're on the 3rd game. We got to make sure we win these last 2. Now, these guys didn't look the best, but they have won 2 games, so we can't take them lightly. You can see finally being able to make my shot, which is a good start. I kick it out to Weeds. You can see that pass accuracy is super clutch still. We end up turning the ball over, and these guys start cheesing. They set screens and shoot mid-range shots, get open in the corner. They're knocking down shots, so we had to make sure we got to stop it. When we did, we couldn't turn the ball back over, but we do the signature. Guys, how many times have we seen this right here? Grab and go, hit the floater. We brick a wide open 3, but Weaves plays the perfect passing lane on his big and gets the steal right back. So you can see we're fighting over screens and getting steals. Kick it out to Weaves wide open. He knocks it down. Again, the pass accuracy, you can't leave my guys open. I will find them. We hit back-to-back 3-point shots. They go for a little bit of a run, but they shoot a terrible fade, which was huge because they had a sharp take. But look at that route I just took, the perfect route. We end up knocking that shot down. So luckily we were able to win that game. We've won 3 in a row now. And as you guys can see right here, we have maxed out our my points. So this last game is going to be the game. We're 99 overall now in my points categories wise, and we should theoretically have enough VC to go ahead and max it out to 99 overall. So we just have to win this game. This is the last challenge we have left, and you guys saw our opponents. I mean, there were nothing to write home about. These guys weren't the greatest. So this is definitely a game that we were supposed to win. You can see we've taken that route right there, but we do that signature move, you know, pass the ball in, go back out to that same spot, knock that down, knock down the floater, crossing them up a little bit. Look at that ISO dot. Like, if that doesn't show you how good this pass accuracy is, I don't know what will. We're up 10-5. I go back in, cut it back out to Weeps. I don't know how he doesn't get a good clean catch there, but he ends up knocking that down. 13-5. He's feeling confident with the sharp shooting takeover, which he should. Knocks it down. I get a dunk. It's 18-5. The shot to seal the deal. We knock it down, win 4 in a row, and we should have enough VC finally now to be 99 overall. What a challenge. What a way to end it. A little storybook ending right there. It was literally perfect. So you can see we back out now, and we see how much it costs to get to 99. It was only 13K, so we were able to do it. And we finally finished this challenge after all this time. We are a 99. Well, that's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. We are a 99 overall. No MyCareer played, all online. And just to show you, I haven't even done the quest to start like the MyCareer storyline yet. So you can see right here, the only thing I've done is to talk to my shoe rep just so I could get some of those, you know, shoes for the rec center or 3v3 ProAm and stuff like that. But you can see here, I haven't even talked to the assistant coach, so I haven't even been able to play a MyCareer game. This is what we're looking like in season 2. And you got to remember, most of these games were me played with no boost. So a 56 3-point percentage and an 85 win percent, not too shabby. Here are the rest of the stats right here. The 3v3 ProAm's looking all right. A lot of the rec center games were with random, so that stat line is really not too bad either. And you can see here in our transaction history, the only thing I did was change my PSN, and that cost nothing. So we have no VC bot here either. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. It's a long process. It was a lot of fun, but I really wanted to do it just for the one time at least, and we finally did it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you made it this far, comment down below. Let me know if you actually finished the whole entire video. But until next time, it's been your boy Dignify, and I'm out. Peace.